Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly energy and tarot reading from the 13th to the 19th of March. So if you're looking just for tarot readings, just click on the timestamps below. Right now, I'm going to just talk a little bit about the energies that are happening this week, upcoming week, and have been happening as well. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit of personal experiences that I'm having, and also we're going to go into some planetary stuff, and I'm going to do the collective reading. If you weren't with me on Instagram or Facebook, I was compelled to do a little collective reading for you with these Heal Yourself cards. So wait for that. So we're doing, next week I'm going to pick the spring free reading. So if you leave your comments below, also like, share, comment, and subscribe. It all helps with my channel. Let's get in here. So on March 16, Venus, our beautiful Empress, enters Taurus, our King of Pentacles. So it's also the Hierophant, but in this case, I want to show you with the King of Pentacles. Venus is our planet of love and relationships. It's our planet of money and finances, and it rules Taurus. So it's a complement. Venus is entering Taurus. It's like they're complementing each other, and Taurus is all about security, stability, finances, the Pentacles here, groundedness as well. For me, what's happening, I don't know how are you feeling right now, but in March, March is going to be a very evolutionary month, not revolutionary, evolutionary month, because we're heading into a huge transit of Pluto going into Aquarius. We're also heading into the equinox. It's like a month of miracles, but a month of change within the collective. Venus going into Taurus speaks of a steadiness of finances for you, perhaps, or even maybe a change of it, but according to your contract, according to your plan. So a lot of people get all like antsy about this because they're like, oh my God, I don't know, I have no money, I don't know what I'm doing. But I said, because you're if you just trusted where you are, even if you're without money, even if you're poor or like bankrupt or whatever, you're there because you're needing to see something. I know it sucks, but I've been there. I've been there many times. Trust me. And at the time, I was like, what the fuck, And I'm like, oh my God, and I pray and I do these affirmations and BS. Because affirmations, if you don't really trust, if you're saying, and I am this, and you don't really believe it, then it doesn't come true, and it comes back to you as a lesson. For me, the Venus in Taurus is saying, trust where you are financially at the moment. It's where you need to be. Because it's a very harmonious transit, right? It's a very harmonious coming together, alignment here. And I like I'm saying again, if you're not where you want to be, trust that that's where you need to be to get to where you need to be, right? Because it's time to really believe that you needed to see yourself at this point. You needed to realize that your job is not where you need to be, or perhaps you need to make a change and you're not seeing it. You keep remaining in that situation. This is what we're moving into in March. March is revelation month. It's like, oh, I see now. It's the I see month for me. I'm like, I keep hitting this wall in this relationship because it just it's not working. But I keep hitting the same wall, and it's like March saying to you, okay, you want to keep hitting that same wall? Well, you'll keep hitting that same wall forever, right? Because you haven't trusted Source or Divine or the universe or God for providing the right path for you. And it's that moment of realization, because the moment of realization also the next 3 months is that we're not here on our personal journey. This is not a personal journey. We've made it personal, and it's not. We're here to serve Gaia. And Gaia, at this point in her life, really is done. with all of us, with the humans, in the sense that now she's not like gonna reject us, but she's like on her path, and she has to move, and the light is helping her, and everyone's helping her, but she has her trajectory, and she's going for it. So if you get stuck in the personal journey, it's like she's heading this way. And our job and our mission, everybody asks me, what's your mission? Your mission is to anchor your light. It's to anchor the magnetic grids into the system. And it's like everyone's like, well, no, because my mission is to heal. No, it's not to heal. I'm not here to heal you. You're not here to heal people. You're here to heal yourself and to Gaia. Because when you heal yourself, you help her. I know it's like, it's annoying for people to hear that, and for me it was annoying. When I heard it, I was like, what do you mean? It's not about my journey. It's not about my journey. We're here to help the whole and to help her. Anyways, tangent. So March 19, Mercury, which is our magician, enters Aries, which is our emperor. So Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the action planet, the warrior planet. Aries gets shit done. Aries is very determined to a fault. Aries, and also like strong, faithful, committed. Our magician is Mr. Manifestation, Mr. I'm going to create. Mercury as a communicator is like saying, let us move into manifestation mode in a very quick manner, efficient. Let's do this. And March is all about manifestations. Manifestations can happen in an instant, a blink of an eye. How does that happen? I was like, well, I've been asking for this. Well, because if you're asking for the wrong things, right? Like, if your manifestation does not come true within the day, the whatever it is, there's no time, but like as quickly as you wish, because it's not meant for you. And that is the human way. It's like, no, I'm going to stick to it for years. And it's like, universe is like, no, dude, it's not. Like, move to the next one. This is this is the sign we're telling you. For me, March is going to be like, this is the 19th of March. This is right before the equinox. I'm telling you, there's this feeling in the air. And I can go right into right now what happened to me last week. I was in bed. I'm not going to tell you exactly everything because it's crazy, but I didn't sleep all night again, and I just woke up with buzzing and vibrational like charges throughout my body. I was paralyzed almost with all this, but it's like we're in massive system upgrades right now, and not every single person is feeling this, and it's depending on which frequency you're on right now. But like I always say, it doesn't matter. It's not important. Don't like, oh my God, I'm not there yet. You will be, like, right? Everyone has their level of frequency that they need to be. It's because they chose that in their contract. So for me, it was like, wow, what the hell is happening? And that the days after that were a little bit challenging because I was fatigued and I was transmuting a lot. And also, like I said, in Instagram and Facebook, there's a lot of transmutation happening right now. A lot of us are tapping into other people's energies, and not necessarily people around you, but other people, other humans in the world. Like, like that's energy, right? Everything is energy. So you're tapping into someone else's energy. And our jobs and our missions is to like step into the awareness that that's not my energy. This is not how I'm feeling, but I'm going to take this emotion because this is what I need to do, and I need to filter it through me, accept it, and like let it go. And I've been working on that. It's like, whew, interesting. So there's a lot happening, a lot of triggers, a lot of stuck energies, and like the same thing, like when you're transmuting someone else's energy, like that you don't know about. If it's like, let's say it's a this self-judgment that is coming in, and you experience self-judgment, you haven't still like overcome your self-judgment, well, that energy is going to get stuck in yours, right? That's the way I see it. So it's going to even like what's the word I'm looking for, like highlight your own stuck energy. So don't take it like, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, I feel so anxious. Oh my God, and then it's the end of the world. Instead, just step into the awareness of it and say, okay, I feel like shit. I'm going to cry right now. I'm going to like lay low for like an hour or two, but I'm aware that this is my energy or the other person's energy, whatever it is, and I'm going to let it flow through me. It's a practice, but it's such an important practice for all of us, because we hold on to it, and then that's why we have to go see everybody else to get a like remedy for it. But you don't need to go get anywhere else to get a remedy for it, because it's within you. Like that's what I say. Like right today, I'm going to do this narrative, this reading for heal yourself. But I truly believe you can heal yourself just talking to yourselves. But it's a practice again. Like I don't know, maybe 25, 30 years ago, I picked up Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life, and it was a game changer for me. I was like, dude, you can talk to yourself and heal yourself. And I've been doing that ever since. So, again, it's a practice. It's like truly believing that you are the light and you are the power. And when you truly believe that, then everything changes in your life. Everything. So, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, last week I talked about Saturn in Pisces, which is going to happen for the next 3 years. 3 years, yeah. I wanted to touch on it, like Saturn, bring that back up again, just to give you a better idea of like Saturn being the patriarch, right, and moving into Pisces, the dreamer. There's going to be a lot of changes we're going to start seeing in our governments, in big pharma, in corporations. We're going to see a lot of changes coming our way. Like they're not going to collapse. When I say sometimes they're going to collapse, it means that they're not going to just go away, right? They're just going to change their infrastructure. They're going to change the way they govern. It's going to change the way the money is being distributed in the world. So that's what we're going to see in the next 3 years. Also, one last point I want to say is that like I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were like, all the best like aha moments come when you're conversing with others, right? And you're like, oh, right. I wrote it down on my cell phone. I was like, I need to keep this, right? The future has already happened, right? If you really like tap into that, for me, I know the future has already happened, right? So we're being asked to live in the now moment to create a new moment. So I just brought that up like rando, but I wanted to bring this up to you because we're so stuck in the future. Like, what am I going to do? Everybody's like, what am I going to do in the future? What am I going to do in the future? Who cares? It's already been done. You've already lived the future. Today is how you create the new future, by creating the now. So I wanted to pass that on to you. All right, let's get to this collective reading that I was called in to do. So I'm going to pick 3 cards. I also have a bowl of crystals that I'm supposed to pick after. Maybe something that you can hold on to this week or what have you. Let's see. What do they need to know? What is a message coming through for them? Alrighty then. Okay. I will go pick that one up after. Alrighty. I don't think I need that many. Let's see. No. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. 1 second. All right. So, we got the first card that flew out of here is a 25. A 7 is alchemy. Which I like. I kind of love this because alchemy to me speaks of magician energy. Alchemy is it's like energies coming together, right? It's like soul connection, soul family, but it's also to me this power of manifestation that is coming. And people like you, humans do not trust that they when you start to believe, like it's like how can I say this? It's like we put so much trust in other people to for miracles to happen. Our religious institutions, our prayers, our teachers, bosses, colleagues, governments, like that's how things are going to happen for you. Because I went to get the loan and I opened the business, and it's like far greater than that. Alchemy is like you have it right inside of you, and it's to listen in. Listen in. Okay, soul. Should I travel? No. Should I open a business? No. Like, obviously, I'm not doing any of those right now, so there you go. Should I start a new tarot practice? No. Okay. Listen. Alchemy is that. Is like trusting it. So let's see what else is coming up for you. Wow. Self-sabotage. How many of you are here? Right? Self-sabotage. I mean, I'm in here too sometimes. Self-sabotage is like, you know what this means. It's like not truly, it's like getting to a place of understanding, and then boom, that programming comes in and says, no man, you're not good enough. No. You're ugly. You're stupid. No, you can't do this. No. This is it. This is humanity right here. Self-sabotage. You get to a point where you know you can do whatever you want. Like, let's say you come out of my tarot readings and you're like pumped and you're like, yes, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. And then a week later you're like, no man, I can't do this. I can't do that. No. This is like the past. I don't want to, like, self-sabotage. We freaking love this. And it's not your fault. It's programmed to you. It's like in the media is like pushes you towards this. You're good. You're only good on Women's Day. You're only good as this. Like they give you days where you can feel empowered, and the other days, well, no. Interesting. Okay. And then the last one. Wow, dude. This is like everything I talk about. Victim consciousness. To me, this is has been driven into humanity and allowed. Like it's been accepted. Like, oh, poor me. I have worked so hard for my children. I worked day and night to put food on their table, and this is what they do to me. Oh my God, he treated me like this. Oh, you're not a victim. You're freaking not a victim, right? There's victim consciousness is like, keeps you in the lower realms. It keeps you feeding off of the media. It keeps you feeding off of pharma. It keeps you escaping. Victim consciousness keeps you addicted to drugs and alcohol and gambling and shopping and whatever it is, because you need to be fulfilled. This is like self-pity. This is everybody. We've all been there. And it's a continuous thing. And victim consciousness is like when you start realizing that you are in it, it's a stepping into the awareness, like step outside of it. Because of this, the society doesn't trust themselves, can't even see their power. They feel powerless. It's so interesting to me because there's like I have a lot of friends and people that are like, I'm gonna go and I'm going to protest in the street and I'm going to fight against this and this and this. But at home, they're like, no. It's okay that I got hit. It's okay that I got. They talk to me like this. It's okay. It's okay that this happens, because I'm a like strong person. I can handle it. What? And I'm not like berating you, because I've been too. Like, it's like, and it's such a, like I'm saying, this is the way society has shaped the human. It's okay to play the role of victim. Oh, you know, and they almost push it on you in Hollywood, in the movies, and like, oh, like the poor feminist, the woman, or the man is the evil, and it's like, what the fuck? No, man, that's not the way it works. It's like you need to take responsibility and accountability for who you are as the light in this body. And we've done this over and over and over for millions of years. And this shows up to me, and it's like, we are doing this to ourselves. But we are the alchemists. We're the ones who have the power to make changes in this world. We are the ones who have the power to lead, the power to walk on different paths, the power to make anew, to create anew, to not live in the past, to change. This is easy. Oh my God, you know, when my sister passed away, I lived in this for like a year, 2 years even. I was like, oh, you know, throughout our lives we do this. We live like, oh my God, why me? Poor me, why me? And this is, it just doesn't work. The realization is that you've chosen these contracts. You've chosen, I know it's hard for people to hear, but you chose these people in your lives, as violent as they were, as emotionally draining as they were, the narcissists, all these people in your life, you chose them to be here so you could learn your lessons and you can move on. And then also to be able to, because like, maybe you're not a victim and you're not a self-sabotager, but you, how do you say this? You engage with them, like you feel sorry for them, you empathize, you sympathize with them. No, man, that's not helping anyone. Like all these out there, these therapists, like perpetuating this victimization, whether it's with you or with someone else. Like it's like, no, man, that's not how we move through this. We move through this by going into victimhood, going into that and saying, okay, I'm being a victim, I'm pitting myself, and like, who am I? I'm freaking light. This is the thing I chose. I chose to be with this person. I chose to be like this. I need to step outside. And March, April, May is this. But I want to leave you with this. Let us be the alchemists, please. You have the power to manifest whatever in your life, but you have the power to fuse so much strong energies into your life. You do. So let me pick out a crystal, because that's what I was called to do. I'm just gonna because I know the shapes of crystals, so I don't want to be like, okay. Oh, interesting. Lapis lazuli. What is this for? Throat chakra, people. Communication. So maybe some of you are stifled. Maybe some of you are having hard time speaking up, saying the truth, talking. I had just watched a video recently, and she said something really interesting to me, and it's exactly how I feel. There's a difference between nice and kindness, right? Nice is just like, oh, I have to be nice to them, but I don't really I don't really agree with how they feel, but I'm going to be nice. Kindness is just from the heart. Nice is the mind. Nice is like, well, I don't want to like them to feel bad about what I'm going to say. This is saying that you just need to be transparently you. You don't have to offer up like your advice without being asked. You know, like sometimes I'm quiet and they're like, Sabrina, I know you need to say something. So then I say it, right? But I don't have to like always like, oh, this is what I think and da 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 da. This is a really interesting, speaks to me like you guys are needing to maybe forgive yourselves, talk to yourselves, talk to others, but like stop feeding into this kind of energy. So let's put this back. So lapis lazuli or any blue stone that you have, keep it with you whenever you're in, you're going to be with people. And also how you talk to yourself, by the way. Because talking to yourself can get you to this as well, right? Talking to yourself is what gets you feeling down and out. And I know that I trigger a lot of people when I talk about victimization and self-sabotage. When you talk about these things, people don't really want to hear this, but these are the cards. And also it's like, for me, it was a slap in the face too when someone told me this, and I was like, I'm not a victim. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I was. And I am sometimes, and you just catch yourself. The biggest takeaway here is to just step into your awareness. And remember, you're the magician. I like that the magician flew out of here, if you saw that, right? All right. So this is a little talk for this week. Again, we're at a lot of minutes, but it is what it is. So take care of yourself this week. Don't be hard on yourself for whatever is happening with you. If you step into knowing, that's all you really need. All right, I'll see you in your readings. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe. I think I said that at the beginning, but do that, please. And that's it. I'll see you there. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got truth. Truth. Interesting. Is that an angel in the sky? Anyways. This is a very, if you look at this card, it's very, there's a lot of movement happening. There's like a heavy wind. The tree is being bombarded by wind, but it's standing still like the tree that it is. And truth to me speaks that's where you're at right now, Aries. You're needing to step into that knowing. The tree withstands the winds, the rains, the snow, the earthquakes, the tornadoes. Many trees withstand it, right? Because they have a solid root, right? They have a solid family underground helping them through this. The feeling here is that you have you have a luminous family supporting you along this journey. And yet you don't trust them. So when a wind comes and knocks you down, a lot of us just stay down, right? We don't trust that the knocking down was there for a reason. And the tree knows that. The tree knows that if I have to go down, and that means that's the end of that, and then I'm going to be reborn again. I feel like a lot of you are getting to this point in your life where you're having to let go the ego and move into this knowing, this place of knowing that even if people all around you are trying to beat you down, throw you down, or hold you back, you have this truth within you, which is the knowing within you that is like, you can try, you can do whatever you want, and maybe you will succeed, but that is part of the contract, and I'm going to move forward. So, very interesting message coming through for you, and actually it's a really good message coming through for you. So, what happened here? What happened to my advice cards? Oh, okay. I'm doing something new, but why are you missing? Oh, no, you don't. We have an advice here, and I'm also giving an advice with the Oracle book. It's called to do that. So, let's see this away from the camera. In your past, we have the 5 of coins. So So the Five of Coins is a poverty mindset, a lack. It's also sailing all alone in the midst of waters. I love that there's a lot of nature here happening amongst the tidal wave. Feelings of depression, of isolation. But the boat is not capsized, right? It's really all like in your mind. And maybe some of you have had, maybe some of you have lost jobs, maybe some of you have lost your direction, and now you find yourself in the middle of the ocean. Maybe some of you have experienced the dips and the lows, and you're in financial waters, right? But if you listen to my intro, everything happens for a reason. And if you're brought there, that means something else is coming up. But a lot of people, a lot of us, what happens is we're brought into that financial pitfall or whatever, that landfill, and we stay. And we stay and we stay, because then we go, oh my God, I'm a loser. Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then one day we wake up and we're like, wow, I can do whatever the F I want. I can do it, anything I want, because I have the power within me. So this is past energy, which I kind of like to see there. So in your present energy, we have the Death card, which is beautiful energy. Let's see the challenge. This week I'm doing immediate future and the future. Let's just do it like this. Let's see the challenge right away. Empress. Interesting. And you're right now, you're in the death, which is transformation, which is change. This is where we're all at right now. We're all in this process of death to the ego, death to the old, death to the this feeling of like I can't make it, I can't. The I can't, bzz, obliterated. Death to that, because you can. You can do anything you want or need in your life because you are the master. Here we have a challenge, is a Empress card. So the Empress could be a mother, could be a female in your life, usually older than you, doesn't have to be. It could be like a boss, someone that is close to you, could be a best friend, could be something related to money, because she is all about that too. Empress is ruled by Venus. Venus is all about security, stability, love. Could be someone, could be a male with feminine, divine feminine energy. I mean, at the end of the day, when I say male, female, we are all that, right? If I'm a female in body, then my higher self is a divine masculine. So we have both of these things. So whatever it is, for me, I feel like it could be you as a mother. That is your own challenge. There's this feeling of someone impeding this change in your life. Someone wanting to control you, in a sense, like almost feel like it could be a mother, because mothers are like a helicopter sometimes. It could be like the mother, or whichever energy it is that you would like to take in, controlling how you live your life. You want to make a big change in your life. You're ready to say goodbye to all of this, and this energy is like, no, man, we got to stick to the old. We got to stick to how things worked before. Like, that is your forte and your strength. So why you think you're going to go into your weakness, which is your strength, right? Which is something that we don't even dive into because we're afraid. Fear. Like, the vulture is here because we're afraid of the vulture. It's like, it's an object that we've created in our mind. It's a story we've told to ourselves that the vulture is going to kill me, or that if I do this, then they're going to reject me. So what? Let them reject you. Next. We limit ourselves. And this Empress coming in feels like as the challenge. Remember, she's the challenge. She's not here to empower you. She's here to disempower you. I mean, she's not. That's what she's doing. So there's this. The fear of change is very obvious right now to me, but also this someone in your life who doesn't. And it's not a subconscious thing or unconscious thing by this person. The Empress is not. She's overt about it. So there could be someone in your way of change, someone in your way of you moving forward in your life, someone a little bit jealous perhaps, or kind of like he or she thinks that they know better. The immediate future is the High Priestess. Like what's coming kind of thing. And I like to bring this out together here with this challenge. See, like you're being challenged by this really strong presence on this journey, and the High Priestess is just as strong of a presence, but this one is more emotional and this one is less. The High Priestess is you tapping into your knowing, and this is tapping into the mind that wants to control you. And it's like you making a choice now, Aries, in your life. Do I want to be this tree, stand tall in my knowing? Or do I want to like be this tree and break and fall and then be like, and allow like someone else to cut me down? Because I feel like this Empress is kind of cutting you down. It's like chipping away at your confidence perhaps as well. Like slowly, you know, like one like little branch at a time. And you've been like wanting to make this big move in your life. You've been wanting to even just to bury the ego away. Like the ego is, right? It's a lot of work. But I like this High Priestess showing up, and it's like, you have so much power, more power than this ego. The ego, the mind, is going to make you feel the feels. You have to feel the feels. You don't have to feel anything, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously, we have to go through the emotion, let the emotions come up out, not sit with them. The High Priestess is like, no, man, okay, see it for what it is. Forgive it, release it. Like let it go through your body, whatever, let it, you experience it out kind of thing. I think this is, I kind of like this reading for you because it's you trying to understand how to really tap into your strengths. Like your strengths. Really tap into who you are. To tap into the, you know, I hate it, the transformational, transitionary energies that are coming your way. And to not allow all the other people around you, people who have influence over you, to deter you and to detour you from this path, because that's very, it feels really, and it could also like be about money. Like maybe you're in a little bit of a dip, a financial like. You know, you're not like making lots of money, or maybe you are, but for this, I'm just saying that. And that there's people around you, well, you need to get a corporate job, or you need to get a better job with benefits because But that's like living in the old world, and you know it at a High Priestess level. You know that I just need to love what I do. And if I want to live as a freelancer, I want to be flexible. If I want to live like this, then I'm going to do whatever I want to do. The Empress, I love the Empress. Obviously, it's Taurus, Libra energy, but it's when she's in a reverse position, a challenge position, she can be a bit claws in kind of thing. She can be a bit repressive, and she can get into your psyche. That is something we have to because she has that influence on you. She has that like influence for you to like take the most traveled road, where you want to be on the less traveled road, right? You want to be on that newness and not the old story. Nice. The outcome is the Ace of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Ace of Wands is like you finally tapping into the High Priestess and saying, okay, I got this. I'm going to step into that knowing of mine. I'm going to stop listening to the outside people, even the inside people, but I'm going to stop listening to people and other people's opinions and how I should lead my life and how I should bullshit. It's like you going in and saying, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask my soul, do I travel? Yes. Do I travel? No. Like, you know, like whatever. Listen. The Ace of Wands is saying, let's go for it. Ace of Wands doesn't sit around and mull over and like listen to other people. No. This is like take the freaking magician wand in your hand and manifest your own reality. Don't wait around for others to help you, to lend you money, to do this for you, to do nothing. We don't need anybody. All you need to do is pick up that, like, visualize picking up that wand sometimes. Like, that's what I do sometimes. Like, I visualize picking up that wand. I'm like, okay, if I was doing this for some other people, this is what we do. I grant you this. Grant it for yourself. I grant myself whatever you want. Like, a new bookkeeper to help me with my money. Like, you know. If it comes and manifests, then it was meant for you. If it does not, next. Don't hold on to that, because then you're attaching yourself to an outcome, and you're attaching yourself to that idea in your head. I just feel like this is really beautiful. So something's coming for you with the Ace of Wands in the future, the outcome. It feels like there's like a new path opening up. Perhaps for some of you getting a new job, perhaps some of you are starting a new relationship. And it's like maybe with relationship, there could be some of you that are perhaps were in a relationship, and with the past here, the money that you had to give a payout, a settlement, and maybe it was because there was another woman in the life, or maybe I don't know, you had to give I don't know, what is it? I don't know. It could be a lot of things, right? I like that. So it's time for something new, a new path. It's coming. I feel it's actually really beautiful. The Empress is coming as a challenge to me, speaks volumes, because it's like you're at an impasse and it's time to not go around the impasse, but it's time to cross it. Be done with it. Your interesting. Your advice is the ocean. The ocean is deep. The ocean is endless to me. The ocean is doing away with the ego, is what it is. The ocean is going deep within your heart and listening. For me, the ocean is becoming, with Saturn coming into Pisces, the ocean, the waters around us is going to be very significant in the next 3 years. If you can go to the waters, take baths, take showers, you can't imagine. Like, I say it, but I know people don't really, like, you can't imagine. Even like splash cold water on your face like 10 to 20 times in the morning. It's like, that's what I do. I like, it's my connection to water. Thank the water, bless the water. To me, the ocean is limitless. So there's a limitless opportunities coming your ways. Abundance. Water is all about that. Like, if you trust. I almost feel like some of you are on your way to something great, and you're being held back by an Empress, or you're being held back by your fixed idea of what it is to make money, or how it is to live a great life. You know, it's like that all these like, I'm gonna live on a yacht, and I'm gonna live on you know, like all these scenarios that we see in the movies and the TV shows. Take them out of your mind and create something completely new. That's where we're headed. That's where you're being headed. Limitless. I love this energy. So one last, it's the Oracle book, and it has a whole bunch of messages in it. So ask a question, my beautiful Aries, and you will get your answer in 3, 2, Aries. You've drawn the Queen of Swords. You may have to go it alone, which is not a bad thing. The tree stands alone. So that's your answer. I'll give you another one just for fun. Aries. Okay, think of a question. Here's your answer. The palm reader sees a break in the lifeline. Expect an unexpected outcome. Nice. All right. This is your message for this week, Aries. It's kind of a long one, but it is what it is. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Again, share, like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'm going to enter you into a spring tarot reading giveaway. Lots of words. All right. Take care of yourself this week. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got miracles. Miracles is always nice to have come your way with these beautiful rainbows, mountains. To me, mountains. Oh, there's a lot of mountains here. 3 different kinds of mountains, or many mountains. Anyways, mountains is like your life. You know, we're always climbing the mountain, and here we have these beautiful rainbows coming in. It speaks like we're crossing bridges, we're climbing mountains, but it's time to almost release the hard climbs. It's time to say goodbye to the old stories. It's time to say, like, okay, we've done them, and now it's time to cross the rainbow bridge, kind of thing. It's time to cross. Why do we keep holding on to the hard work here? We keep, like, it's almost like an innate in a Taurus to, like, no, we're survivors. We gotta just keep working hard, work hard. Like, work hard, man. That's just freaking old narrative. We don't have to work hard. It's like when you walk into this knowing that you don't have to do that hard work in a relationship, in your job, in anything. No, it's because if it's all already set up for you, then it's already a plan set in motion. So you just gotta flow through life. You gotta love what you do it, not work hard for money, not work hard. It's like it will just come. It will come. But, like, if you love what you're doing, then it will flow easy, and the miracles will just flow in. For me, this is beautiful energy coming in, because I feel like the miracles are around you, and it's for you to open your eyes to see them, instead of, like, work all these hours that we're doing and for, like, validation, for praise, for reward. Like, we don't need that. You just need to do what you love. It's like we're moving in a different energy. So in your past, we have the Tower energy. So a lot of things have been happening for you to get to this miracle stage. Over the weeks, we've been seeing, like, a really gradual flow of calmness and peace, and, like, things settling into place. But with this Tower cards, feels to me like some of you maybe are like me, transmuting a lot of energy. Maybe you're not sleeping very well. Perhaps there is a little bit of a turbulence in your relationship. Perhaps it's almost like I said, these old stories that keep showing up. I feel like they are our Tower moments. They are these Tower moments are here for a reason, and they're going to feel like this. Like chaotic and catastrophic at times. They're going to feel like, oh my God, I have to make my decisions, or I have to do this. you don't have to do anything, first of all, but it's like you can choose to be in a situation. You can choose to be in your own miracle life, or you could choose to be in the hard, challenging life as well. That's the power that you have. And this is what we're tapping into right now. So if you're in a tower moment, if you have experienced tower moments, if you are constantly attracting tower moments into your life, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, by the way. It could be like your contract coming to an end and saying, okay, this is it. So it's like let's move on to the next. Stop holding on. Stop being the strong person in the whirlwind, in the hurricane, in the tornado. You don't have to be that person. Despite what everyone else around you is like, oh, but she's so strong and she's so like, wow. It doesn't matter, because you're the one standing in that storm. I feel like there's a message coming to some of you. It's like, stop standing in the storm and start like, let's creating the beauty around the storm. Let's start like using our manifestation abilities and subside. Like, no more storms. I mean, storms are going to come regardless, because if there's like stuck energies within you, or if there's like you're holding on to an old story, it's going to keep coming back to tower until you're like, okay, finally, I'm done. And look who shows up in the present is the Empress, which is you, Taurus. You're the Empress. It's Taurus Libra energy. The Empress is like standing firmly in the ground here. She's not in the ground, but she's like branches within this. I never understood this, but anyways, contained. It's almost like you're contained. But to me, the Empress is this strength of character, right? It's that this standing, like the storm could happen all around her and she's still standing. But at the same time, I feel like we need to progress from that. We need to evolve from just being this like strong woman, man, whatever it is, whoever is watching, it doesn't matter, right? Because we're both feminine and masculine. I just feel like there is this. Anyways, why is she showing up? Let's just see why she's showing up. I'm gonna like, the challenge is the Chariot. The immediate, though, what's coming is the Six of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Wow, very potent energies. The interesting energy is the Chariot, is the challenge. So, what tells me this? Empress is mother energy, Empress is wife, partner energy. It's it's a you energy, like, but you're afraid to move. You're afraid to make a change. You're afraid to travel. You're afraid, like it's like a fear. Something is stopping you from moving out of something that's secure and stable. And it's so interesting because the miracles are all around you. Like they're like, you have the miracles are right there for you, and that's why this tower keeps coming up. Oh, it makes so much sense. And you're just like, no, I'm going to be stubborn like a Taurus that I am, and I'm going to withstand this winds and the rain and the sleet and the snow, and no, it's okay. And it's like a message is coming for the Chariot. It's time to change home. It's time to change the dynamics in your family. It's like the Cancer is home, a Chariot is home and family. It's time to change your, like, to overcome these fears you have but traveling, or change. You're being stubborn here. You're holding on to something old. That's all I see here. As much as the Empress is beautiful energy, I just see you guys like holding steadfast to something that has been telling you for the longest time that it's not right. And it doesn't have to only be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a family member. It could be a job. It could be a lifestyle, something that you do. It could be a lifestyle choice. The Empress right now is just feeling stubborn to me. It's feeling very Taurus, like holding on. That's why it's contained. You know, it's like you're staying in the bubble. You're holding on tight and like, no. I can handle all the crap that's coming to me. And the Chariot is like, no man, you can't. So let's figure this one out. But the beautiful thing is you have this Six of Wands that shows up as like the immediate future. And the Six of Wands is victory, right? And success. Interesting. And so I almost feel like maybe you're on the brink. Maybe it's like an idea or something that has been coming up over and over again for you. And I keep saying it in this because I feel like I've been saying this over and over again. And the Chariot is like, you got to do this. You got to grab the reins of this chariot and you got to leave behind that which is making you feel this way, that which is not comfortable, that is which not aligning with you. And it's like you can, it's almost like you're fixing the problem within the bubble. You're fixing it, but it's not really changing anything. It's just like, oh, it's good for a year, it's good for a month, it's good for 3 months. And the Chariot is the number 7. And 2023 is the number 7. It's like time to make the change. It's time to have faith in yourself, of the knowing that you have within you and what you need to do. And when that happens, it's like all will be well. It's almost like it's been waiting for you to make this move. Because your outcome is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like a completely new way of looking at things. A new way of looking at your relationships, at your jobs, at your lifestyles, at your health, at your travel, at whatever it is, hobbies. It's like communicating. A new way of communicating with others, with yourself. It just feels like almost, to me, the Ace of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's that air sign. It's very fluid, whereas this is very stuck, the energies. They're very like, I'm not going to step out of my, like, as much as, like, because outside of the bubble is beautiful here. And I feel like you do. A Taurus doesn't only stick in the bubble. They like to expand themselves. They like to journey outside. But ultimately, they return to that idea, that notion, that value that they have inside themselves, right? They always like, well, it's family. I have to stick to it. Even though I want to expand myself and I want to travel and I want to do other things and I want to be single or I want to be with a partner. You know, there's other things, but they always come back to that. And that's what keeps them always in this Tower moment. And you're being asked to like obliterate everything you think you know about that idea that you keep putting in your mind, and expand. And like I almost feel like this Ace of Swords is flip it around, like completely bury the ways that you do things and move into something completely like you've never thought of. And that's what we're moving into. This new now moment is the Ace of Swords. So I feel like something like you might even be getting a message or an email, a text. Someone's gonna come and bring up something very innovative or something very new to your psyche. That even it's gonna bring up, like, even regarding your relationships, whatever. And you're gonna be like, oh, wow! It's gonna be like, for me, this is a click moment, aha moment, a miracle coming your way. Your advice is the vision. The vision. The vision. The vision outside. The expansion. The possibilities. It's time to go outside. Okay, when I say outside, so everyone has a higher self, right? And we all think it's inside of us. But the higher self is outside of us. It's a field, right? It's like a field, energy field all around you. The higher self is everywhere, right? It's you, but it's everywhere. It's time to look there. It's time to trust your higher self, which is your future self. And your higher self is the one guiding you through this. And we don't listen to it. And that's the vision. The vision is like open the possibilities. Like it's almost like I feel like we're needing to step outside of the norm of who you are. Your old self is not working here anymore. It won't work with the miracles coming in. You holding on and clinging on to the past and holding on to that story, it's not working, and it's very obvious here. But when you unclench yourself, we're looking at victory and like a change of how you work. Wow, I like it. I've also been called to give you a quick answer from the Oracle book. So think of a few questions and I'm going to give you the answers. So Taurus. Wow. Oh no, I thought it was Aries. No. You've drawn the Queen of Spades. Look to a dark-haired woman for the answer. I didn't put this. Look for a dark-haired woman. That's so funny. Another answer for Taurus. Okay. No, this one. Okay. The tea leaves have formed a rose. The line between pain and pleasure is obscured. Interesting. What an interesting read that one is, because the pain tower and pleasure, it's like you have to, I almost feel this is like a huge message coming in. It's almost like you have to be careful about falling back into that old story, because it's like what you're used to. It's a comfort zone. All right, these are the messages. This is your message, Taurus. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and your comments will go towards the what's coming for you this spring. All right, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got Delight. I love this little card. It's so pretty. Delight. So this card comes to you asking you to live life now, not tomorrow, not live in the yesterday. So live life now. Just go and lie in the grass, go and do things, like be spontaneous this week. There's also a message saying like don't sign any contracts, don't make any plans this week. So if you guys already have plans, then just be a bit more spontaneous about life this week. This is this feeling of going with the flow. It feels to me, which is not unusual for a Gemini, right? But it's like tapping more into it and just stepping away a little bit from routine. Like even the routine of I have to go to the gym at this time, like I have to do this, like try to like change things up a bit this week. This is the message coming from this. So we have an advice card. Your past energy, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a Taurus energy. So the Hierophant shows here like a book with a key. This is could be education, school. Maybe some of you just finished school, just finished like a course. This also could be marriage. learning, wisdom, tradition. Stepping away from tradition, which is not hard for you, Gemini. But there's a feeling here. Let me look at all the cards because it's a major lesson here. Why? I love it. The devil is here in the current position. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Gemini, we have the Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. When I look at all these cards, the devil is my favorite. So the devil is like ego, it's attachment, it's materialism, it's addictions, gambling, whatever, drugs, alcohol, shopping, things that you obsessed with, kind of. For me, it's more ego. Manipulation, it's greed, but it feels to me like there's something else. When I saw the Knight of Wands in the challenge position, and it's obviously not every single Gemini, but there's like someone cheating. This is a fling. This is a casual affair coming in. And it feels like maybe you're cheating, maybe someone else is cheating on you, but there's a lying, there's like you flirting, perhaps. You know, you're not cheating, but you're flirting with others. If you're in partnerships, like, because I see the marriage here. Sorry. But there's also this feeling of, this is a deep delight. That's why I'm like, this is deep. Like, be spontaneous. And you come in and you're like, yo, all right. This is like, but also it's interesting because this is tradition. It's like step away from the haves, the shoulds, the obligations in your life. And perhaps some of you are starting to, it's almost like you're rebelling against this with the devil here. That could be it too. It feels like some of you have followed the trajectory in life where you had to go to school, get the job, get married, do the things that everybody told you to do. And now you find yourself, maybe you're not married, okay? You don't have to be married, but you did the things. Like you went to school, you got the job, that kind of thing. You followed the rules with the Hierophant. You and the devil is showing up and it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want to, it's constraining to me. Like, I feel like I'm in a box, right? I feel I'm shackled. I'm shackled to this book. I'm shackled to this key. I'm shackled to this home that I own. I'm shackled to like the marriage, the partnership, the friends, the family. There's something even deeper here that's showing up. And the Knight of Wands is like you wanting to live life spontaneously, freely. This is the Knight of Wands, very dynamic, very on his terms. But it's the challenge, and you're challenged by it. It's not working. You're wow, there's so many scenarios coming up. Like you're having a hard time living the life that you want to live because you always have in the back of your mind these financial obligations or these romantic obligations or just the box. That's what I'm getting here. You're like, you're done with the box. I feel like your ego is playing a big part right now for you, Gemini, and it's like keeping you from doing what you want to do. And then you see it here with the Eight of Swords, which is a Gemini energy. Like at Eight of Swords, you see her, she's like all agony, like anxiety, stress, like worries about money, worries about life in general. They're all around her, and she's ensconced in between them all. And that's you, like taking on these worries, but knowing that you can easily just prance out wherever you need to go, because you don't attach to things. Like, you're almost upset at yourself for attaching to this certificate, to this job, to this relationship. You know, you're annoyed by yourself for this. And it like keeps showing up again. Well, maybe I should take another course. Maybe I should expand my knowledge. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do this, and the devil is saying, yeah, do that. Do everything. Fill your brain with knowledge that's not important. Fill your brain with information so I can hold you down and keep you feeling unworthy and keep you feeling that you need others to help you, instead of feeling like the Knight of Wands, which is like Sagittarius, by the way. Knight of Wands is like free. The roamer, the traveler. If I want education, I'm gonna go and learn whatever the hell I want to learn. I'm not gonna be controlled by it. This also could feel like maybe there's a Sagittarius in your life that is troubling you. It's a possibility. I mean, this is Taurus, this is Capricorn, Sagittarius. So these could be significant in your life. There's like a feeling of entrapment with the Hierophant and the Devil together. And that's perhaps why Delight is here. And it's like, maybe we need you more free. We need you more like living your normal way of life. Like the Gemini who just spontaneously gets up and does whatever they want to do. Which I always known Gemini to be like that. Like flick of the moment. Yeah, I'm going to go travel. Bye. Like, it's okay. It's awesome for me. And here you're being enslaved almost by the world around you, which is an illusion, by the way. So it's only you enslaving yourself. You're shackling yourself down to this marriage, to this partnership, to this job, to this school, this wisdom, this whatever. You're just like holding yourself back from, I really feel like you're being called to this. This is what I feel. These two came together, and it's like you're needing to listen to what your soul is like. Your soul is screaming at you. It's like singing, like, yo, Gemini, have we like lost ourselves in the greed and the traditions and the customs out here that don't speak to your soul at all? This is nothing. This is not you. And a lot of you feel like you've like lost yourself. You definitely have lost yourself in it. Like some of you, obviously, because what we see here is that. And you're almost don't even know how to get out of it, because you're like, wow, like it's really simple, Gemini. You just listen. And it says, and if you feel like your soul is like, go to Sicily, you go. Go to whatever it is, go. Quit your job, get that job, go find that, open your own, do whatever you need to do. Sleep, then sleep. Listen. And for those people who are lying and being a little bit dishonest with their partners, which is very strong. I see it very clearly, and I know it's here, or that's happening. It's time, like if you're doing that, it's because you're dishonoring your soul by doing that. And you think it's like, okay, it's not okay. I'm not saying it, I'm not judging it, but I'm just saying it's like, it's all about you taking care of your soul. And when that happens, it's because there's something that needs to be done, right? It's another lesson, but it needs to be taken care of. It's so important how we take care of the path that we're on. It's like if you by you doing that, or by it being done to you, it affects the whole, and we're the ones transmuting your energies. So that's something to think about. And I definitely see it because some of you are in an unhappy marriage, or you feel like you're stuck. But there's no stuck here. There's nobody stuck in anything. Everybody has free will. But it's such an interesting thing because the outcome of this is Wheel of Fortune, which is destiny. It's like the karmic Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like karma is finished on this earth, but maybe not for everybody, right? But for a lot of people, karma is done. This is like abundance, luck coming your way, but I feel like you need to go through this little patch here to come to awareness of, is this how I really want to be feeling in my life? This is what I really want to be doing? And it's not about judging yourself, but it's about coming into the awareness of it and saying, okay, no, this is not good for my soul. It's not good for theirs either. So it's like stepping into this kind of aha moment. To me, this is another Sagittarius card. It's Jupiter. It's more Jupiter than Sagittarius. It's like expansiveness. It's like stepping into your raison d'être, like your reason to be here, right? And you're holding yourself back in like the box and traditions and ego and materialism but that everybody else on Instagram is going to Malta, so we need to go to Malta too, and everybody else is going to Greece. Like, that's all gonna like soon become nil, because soon we'll be able to time travel, soon we'll be able to travel within our, like, it's really is. And the more we reject that notion, the more we live in the box. So like you don't have to think about that right now. It's just me, but I feel like here you are being called to step away from this and trust, because once you do, your life will I feel like Taurus got this same idea. It's like everything's just going to fall into place for you. Your advice is the Castle, which is so interesting to me, because that castle feels limiting to me. The castle feels like the devil to me, even though people are like, oh, I want to live in a castle. But the castle is like this, like, yes, it's really pretty. It's like all full of luxurious pearls on the outside. And there's this eye in the middle, but her eye is closed, and the rose. It's like, is that what you want to live? You want to live in the box. And it's all like, I went traveling here and I ate this food and look at me kind of thing. And it's like, no, you don't want to live in the castle. You want to live in the great unknown. Because every new moment is up to you to create. But if you choose to live in the castle, so be it. But it's time to open your eyes and open your third eye and look beyond the fortress. Look beyond what you see in Hollywood as like the perfect life. And what is a perfect life anyways? Wow, these cards are boom. It almost feels like a lot of you with the devil and the castle are living a little bit of rose-colored glasses moments. Like you're like living within the bubble and not wanting to move out of it. And the Knight of Wands is like, let's go. Let's step outside of this. And this is not you, this Hierophant energy. It's not you holding on to the customs and traditions of life. It's time to delight in the abundance that's being offered to you by Wheel of Fortune. It's time to like enjoy life as it comes. That's the Wheel of Fortune. It's like Wheel of Fortune is not you deciding what you want to do. It's already been, right? It's already a divine plan. And trusting. So I've been called to use the Oracle book. So pick 2 questions. If you pause the video if you need more time, but I'm coming in with 2 answers. The psychic suggests you think it through. That's your first answer. Your second is your card is a 6 of diamonds. Have a good cry first. Let's do a third. It's like intense, like you, Rick. Okay. I think Taurus got, no, I don't know who got this. You've drawn the Queen of Spades. Look to a dark-haired woman for the answer. I don't know. I know one dark-haired woman you can listen to, but anyways. All right, this is the message for the week. Interesting, but potent. Check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate at all. And do like, share, comment. Super thanks. And subscribe. And enter your name, and I'm going to add you to the spring, what's coming for spring for you, free tarot reading, which I'll pick next week. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got fulfillment. So, the peach to me, I always feel like looks like a heart. You know, I think I actually believe in the Renaissance, the peach symbolized love. But I looked it up. In Chinese tradition, it's about fertility and marriage. In the Korean tradition, is about like home, family as well. So beautiful showing up. Maybe that's something that you need to pay attention to. But it's all about home, which is kind of nice because Cancer is all about home and family as well. And to me, it feels like this card showing up is just to cherish your friendships, cherish your home life, live life kind of thing. But also steer clear of people who disempower you. Steer clear of people who just don't add anything more to your life, right? Like, it's time to focus on your heart. It's time to focus on you and your life. Like, what is it that makes you feel fulfilled? What is it that makes you feel love? What is it makes you feel empowered? What does it makes you feel like you're growing in life? Are you hanging around people that are holding you down? Are you hanging hanging around people who uplift your spirits? This is that feeling I'm getting from this card. It's also feel like maybe there's new love coming in if you're single, or there's like maybe just a cultivated love happening around you. It's very beautiful energy. Of course, you've been getting such great energies recently. What is this? This is Leo. Okay. So this is your advice. Your past, oh, look at you here, is the 9 of Swords. It's okay. I mean, the 9 of Swords is like insomnia, anxiety, a lot of stress, which leads up to fulfillment, which is great. This is like, you see the sunflower. It's like, maybe you've had some really bad run-ins in relationships. Maybe you've had some bad dates. Maybe you've been feeling a bit low. Maybe you've been grieving or out of sorts. Definitely out of sorts. You're not aligned here at all. A lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of mental and emotional heaviness around you. But 9 of Swords is the end. So let's see. In the current, you have the 6 of Cups energy. The 6 of Cups energy speak of childhood nostalgia, looking back in your life. Maybe that's why you're feeling a bit down. Maybe you keep living in the past. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords. Oh, wow. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords, and your immediate future is the King of Swords. So you have some powerful energy here. And here, okay, we have you holding on to an old story. We have you holding on to an old relationship, maybe holding on to a grief that you keep attaching to. Or like an old, like let's say you had dates, you had relationships, and they didn't work out, and you're like, oh, of course they didn't, because of my past, this is what happened. Or you're holding a little on to the old. And the Queen of Swords is that no bullshit queen that comes in and it's like, speak your truth, say what you need to say, and it's in reverse. So you either have someone in your life that is very, you might feel a little bit that they're hurtful because they're being truthful with you. They're like being transparent with this. They're like, come on. Or they're being, because when she's in reverse at a challenge, she could be vindictive. And not so very nice. It doesn't have to, it could be a he as well. Because if the King of Swords is showing up, then there's definitely like either a Libra or Aquarius in your life, or Gemini. I mean, at this point, that is, the Gemini is here, is, I almost, like, when I see this, I don't like, it's almost like you need to get real about something. That's what this is showing me here. And it's interesting, fulfillment shows up because you're being really rough on yourself with the Queen of Swords in reverse. You're, like, these hurts and these anxieties, it's almost like you're blaming yourself. You're allowing yourself to continuously feel like this and to continuously like meet the same people all the time because you're always shaming yourself. You're not talking kindly to yourself. And you're allowing others to talk unkindly to yourself too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're allowing this behavior to happen in your life. Yeah, this is like, speaks to me of you really really like not talking nicely. You're not talking nicely to yourself, to other people maybe too. Maybe you're being rough with everyone else around you as well because you're hurt. You're hurt about something that happened yesterday and beyond. And you keep bringing it up in your mind and like blaming, shaming yourself and maybe blaming others for this. And it's time to stop, right? It's time to get into this King of Swords kind of energy and like just get real with your feelings and your emotions. Get real and say, okay, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I hold on to the past? Why am I holding on to this hurt? What is it doing for me? Oh, it's making me remember that I am what? Like, it's like, even if you're holding on to someone that's passed away, you're holding on to an old life. That this person who passed away, the soul is still around you and living a new life. But you're holding on to, like, the memories. You're holding on to memories of how you used to be. Oh, this is how I used to be, and now I'm meeting the same people and the same patterns and behaviors are happening, or this is how I used to be, and why can't it be like that? Like, it's like the King of Swords, like, it's enough. It's time to take that sword and cut the bullshit. Stop blaming yourself, stop blaming other people, stop shaming yourself, stop shaming other people, start to take responsibility for this. It's time to start to look things differently. Bring in the life, bring in the love, hang around people that are uplifting and empowering to you. Like, if I feel like some of you are like choosing to stay in this kind of energy because you feel comfort in it, and who doesn't? Everybody feels comfort in these freaking energies, but it's enough. And there could be someone around you that is like pinpointing it and you're not liking it at all. Or there could be someone, it could be you, like vilifying yourself. The King of Swords also speaks to me of like health. Maybe there's some of you not listening to yourself when it comes to your body. It's time to start listening to yourself. It's time to start talking to yourselves, or taking care of yourself, because your mental and your emotional is not stable here. So maybe start walking, start stretching, or change the way you drink, change the way you eat, something. Like start listening into your soul for the answers. But it's so interesting because your final outcome is the Knight of Cups, which is, if you're single, this is like your soulmate, the man of your dreams is waiting for you. Look at him. He's like, he's waiting with a rose and a hot air balloon ride, right? But if you're in a relationship, it's just self-love. It could also be, if you're single, self-love. Like self-love is waiting for you. Like it's time to love yourself completely, regardless of the past. This Six of Cups, are you living in the past? Holding on to the old stories of the past is not working anymore for you. And it's like constant here with all these cards. The King and the Knight here are saying it's time to like cut it out. Cut it. Like unless you want to hold on to it and live in that box, the Aquarius will not live in that box. It's time to release and move into a new energy. And Knight of Cups is all about, is Pisces energy. We're moving into that kind of energy, dreamy, spiritual, mystical, loving energy. It's time to step into that kind of field. And it's all ready for you. So you got to forgive your past, forgive yourself how you were, forgive the people who have left you, forgive all of it. Release it, let it go. And move into this energy. And it's up to you to do it, because Aquarius doesn't allow anyone else to do it. It's the King of Swords. I'm going to get this shit done. I'm going to like say goodbye. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to let them rest in peace. Like, you know, even though they're not dead, just their physical vessel is. But I'm going to rest in peace my old version of myself. And I'm moving into something new. This is new. He doesn't look behind. Right? He's like looking forward with a little slant. You know, he's looking forward with conviction. You know, with like he's almost on the, like he has like a, he's looking like sideways because he has a foot out, almost like ready to pounce, ready to move into the new. And I just noticed that. It's like, ewy, like the frickin' devil horns here. But anyways, whatever. This is like you stepping into love. Loving yourself, but also soulmate incoming. So wow, the Judge is your advice card. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging yourself for old ways of being. The Judge is like finding the balance between how you used to be, how you want to be, who you are now. Because really who you are now is what matters the most. Because who you were before, who are you in the future, they've all been done, right? The future has already been lived. And we are here now changing the new. So how do you want to change the new? What do you want to bring into this lifetime? That's completely not you of the old. Not holding on to an old. Change it up, Cancer. Grow more peaches. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like interesting because there's like a hand that's like, stop and then give, right? That's the balance. Like, stop allowing the old to like filter in all the time. Yes, I'm ready for new. Yes, I'm ready for this new job. Yes, I'm ready for this new relationship. Yes, I'm ready to do what I love to do. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to be open to whatever is coming my way. But I'm going to stop saying I'm an idiot. I'm going to stop saying that I'm like a bitch for having done that. I'm going to stop saying that it's her fault, this fault, this fault. God's fault, the universe's fault. Nobody's fault. Wow. What an interesting reading. How many times do I say that in the readings? What an interesting reading. All right, so I'm going to be giving you answers from the Oracle book. So think of 3 questions, and I'm going to give you answers. Pause if you don't have the questions yet, because I'm going now. Cancer. The stars urge you not to delay. That's answer number 1. So don't delay. Do whatever it is you want to do. The tea leaves have taken an oval shape. Success begins with positive thoughts. So, like basically do what you want to do, but think open-minded and go into your soul. Next question. The palm reader sees a starred palm. You will be successful by virtue of sheer talent. There you go. Beautiful. Those are your 3 answers. I hope this. I know these readings are sometimes really harsh and hard to hear, but I think the harsher they are, I think it's the more poignant, no? Right? Because it's something that is probably niggling at you, something that is like affecting you, and it's like this is the wake-up call, or this is the. I'm here to trigger you, right? So you can thank me for triggering me. But if this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon at the same time. And also like, comment, share, subscribe, or super thanks if you can. And leave a comment, and I'll be adding you to what's coming for you in spring next week is the giveaway. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. Look what beautiful card we got. Opportunity. Opportunity coming your way to do what? Could be a job. Could be a project coming your way. Could be an opportunity to love yourself more. An opportunity to move into a new home. To move, travel, to do whatever it is. Whatever this feels good to me. It feels like the cosmos are opening itself up to you, kind of thing. Source is bringing you like a precious gift. Your divine timing is taking place here. Like things are working out the way it's supposed to. You, Leo, was supposed to be down in the dumps for months to get to this place of newness. A chance at a new path. What a beautiful energy. I'm so happy. Here is the advice card, and my ear is ringing, so that means something is happening. Here, it's interesting. We have a 6 of Wands in the past, which is success, victory. So maybe some of you are already on that path. Some of you have already launched a new business or a project, or have already stepped into that new job of yours. Maybe some of you are already starting to feel great, already feeling the change in the air. You already feel like the opportunities are limitless and endless for you. So this is a really beautiful energy. And even if some of you are not feeling this is coming, kind of thing. It's like, it's there. Maybe it's like you're not feeling it, but it's all around you. That's interesting. And you're not seeing it. Nice. 6 of Wands is Leo. Your current is the 3 of Cups. Why do I feel like we got this last week? Anyways, 3 of Cups is, yeah, I really feel we got this last week. Gatherings, social events, networking, communities. So that's still ongoing for you. I guess like with in the Northern Hemisphere, it's springtime. We're feeling, well, not everywhere in the world maybe, but we're feeling like warmer weather. We're feeling like there's just that spring feeling, right? It wants you to get up and go. And 3 of Cups just feels that you are coming together with more people. And it's not only like social events. It could feel like maybe some of you starting a new business and you're collaborating with others. I don't know. It feels very light and supportive and engaging to me. But your challenge is the Hangman. Makes sense. The 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles are waiting for you in the future, which is really beautiful. So here we have the Hangman as your challenge, and this is so poignant for you, because the Hangman is like waiting around, like waiting for things to happen or changing the way you look at things. And Leo is like impatient, right? You don't want to wait for the plan, the divine plan to play out. You want to do, right, Leo? You're like, okay, well, if I have to wait for that, then I'm going to create 6 more projects in my mind. I'm gonna attend 10 webinars and seminars. I'm gonna fill my brain with information that is not necessary. Wait. Be patient for what is coming. Do that. Enjoy your life. Go out there. Socialize, network. Spend time with friends, family, or people in your communities, or work, or hobbies, whatever it is. Feed off other people's energies. But the fact that Hangman is your challenge is that you're unwilling to wait. But you're unwilling to. It's also interesting. You're unwilling to listen and be a little bit open about what other ways of doing things for yourself. Because here, you've been successful. You're like, I'm very accomplished in my job right now. I'm accomplished in what I've done. My family's great, but there's something new coming your way with the Hangman, and you're like, no, it's worked, so I'm going to stick to that. And it's like, no, Leo, we need you to. The opportunities that are coming, the opportunities might not show up the way you want them to show up. So be conscious of that. Be open to that. Interesting. That is coming very, very clearly in my mind. I feel like some of you won't maybe see that opportunity coming your way, because it's not how you would do things, or it's not how you live your life, and it's not how you so Hangman is Neptune, Pisces, expansive, compassionate, doing things like not so linearly, doing things very outside of the box. Pay attention when you are in these social events. There could be something that sparks you, that triggers you, Leo, and you're like, no, this has worked for me forever. I'm not going to do that. Pay attention to that. And perhaps it's going to take you on to another path, the path that you are destined to be on. Interesting. It's like an opening of spirituality for you. I think not even spirituality, just being open-minded of incoming ideas. Because what's coming is like, interesting. The 4 of Pentacles here. The 4 of Pentacles is like money is inherent in you. Like but you see him. He's holding on to his coins very tightly. Some of you might be holding on to your money a bit too tightly. You might be like, even though you love to socialize and spend money, but you're, I'm gonna I can't do this. I can't go traveling. I can't go this, but I'm gonna hold on to it. You're being a bit little possessive, greedy, even a bit. Some of you are spending money only for yourself, is what I'm trying to tell you here. Like, you're being materialistic. You're buying that new bag, and you're buying you're shopping for yourself, but then after, when it comes, that's only some of you, right? There's this feeling here. So just be aware of this like holding back, because when you hold money too tightly, it affects the flow in the whole. It's like I know it's hard. It's what you do affects the whole. So how you treat money, and if you're afraid of money losing or running away from you, this is like you're afraid of money because now you made money and now you're gonna hold on tight to it. But it's not that. The flow of money is like open, like allowing money to flow in and flow out. But holding on to it tightly because you're going to keep it till when you're 70 and you're going to retire, keeps everything restrained, constrained in a box. If you trust that God provides, the source, the universe provides, the money will continuously flow. Because the Nine of Coins speaks of money coming in, like financial independence for you. It feels like money will be growing on trees for you as soon as you let go of that fear that you don't have enough. That is the number one killer of the human race. The fear. First of all, fear, false evidence appearing real, of not having enough, not having this, There's no, fear is made up. It's a made up construct created by whatever, it's a programming, and it doesn't exist. And when you have no fear in your life, and you live life according to yourself, your soul, life just flows. And here it will. Like Nine of Coins is like she's watering it with positivity, or she's watering it with knowing that money will always flow. So this and all it feels really beautiful is just a little bit a part of you holding back on something new coming in, holding back on change, and still holding on to some fear here, even though things are working out for you. Interesting. Your advice is Kairos. Kairos is about divine timing. Did I say something about divine timing before? I feel like I did. Divine timing is like things happen when they're supposed to happen, right? And we can talk a lot about it. And I hear so many people talk of divine timing, but they don't really follow it. Like if you really truly believe, and first of all, there's no time. Quantum, we are moving into a quantum no time. Time is a construct. Like, oh, it's 12 o'clock and it's 3 o'clock and Who says? Like, oh, it's the sun and really though? Okay. We are like, pay attention to that. Sometimes, like I always say, shut your smartphone off. Don't look at time for a whole day and watch how many things you can do or how little things you can do. It depends on whatever it is set up for you. Divine timing means things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen. Not when you want it to happen. Not because you set a date for a wedding. Not because you set a date for this. No. It's when it's going to happen. And like the humanity doesn't understand that because they have to have structure. And living with structure, which is Saturn. And if you didn't listen to me last week, we moved from Saturn. Saturn has moved into Pisces for the next 3 years. Pisces does not have structure. So we're moving away from all this. And it's time to get used to that. And it's time to open yourself to that. Pisces is the hangman that you're challenged. You're challenged by this flow, this flexibility of life. It's very interesting to me, since you're so like out there. Trust the divine timing. So, think of 3 questions, my beautiful Leos. I'm going to give you some answers from this oracle book. I'm going to go for it, so just pause and think about these questions. Leo. The first one is you've selected a 10 of diamonds. Be on your guard. Be on your guard. Be on your guard for question number 1. Question number 2. A flower has appeared among the tea leaves. Take a fresh approach. Interesting. And question number 3. According to the palm reader, the lifeline shows incredible fortitude. Be patient. Be patient. It's so Elena, I love it. All right. Patience is a virtue. All right. Love you, Leo. Check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate. Also, like, comment, share. Super thanks and subscribe. And if you leave a comment this week, I'm going to add you to what's coming for you, spring free reading next week. I love you again. And just let it flow. Opportunities are coming your way. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. So we got simplicity, which is keep it simple, stupid. I have such a hard time figuring it out on Facebook and Instagram. Simplicity is just clearing away the clutter. And I know Virgo loves to bring in a lot of drama and clutter into their lives, even though they're not the most dramatic of them all, but they do love to make things bigger than they actually are, right? So it's like you have a good relationship. Okay, I just had a coughing attack. So what is it that some of you are holding back on, not communicating? Simplicity is all about you just going with the flow, doing things that you love to do, not worrying about everybody else around you. You want to do your art, you want to do your jewelry making, you want to do your job, you want to do whatever it is, then do it. Just get simple about life instead of making life complicated. I mean, this is like for all of humanity. So let's see what's going on with you. We have in your past the 10 of Coins, which is kind of beautiful. 10 of Coins is feeling accomplished with your life when it comes to your finances, your stability, with your family. This just a feeling of overall settling in, simplicity, things just working out. Your dog, like for me, finances feels very good for me, for you guys. So 10 of Coins. We already start the reading pretty established. And in the current, wow, look at this. We got the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is soulmates. Whether that's friends, whether that's your partners, whether it's family, whether it's whatever it is, but it's a coming together, a union of 2 people that is just working out really fine. Look at this. Like your whole, okay, feels really good to start. We have a challenge as a 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is your challenge. Your immediate future is the Magician, which is awesome. And your outcome is the Chariot. Okay, everything looks great. The only thing that's holding you back is your movement. You're wanting to move. Okay, things are working out, seemingly working out at home or with your job, with your partner, with your relationship. Everything feels really good to me when I see this. But there's a move that you need to make. What is that move? Is it maybe the job is really good, but maybe there's something else waiting for you. Maybe your relationship is really good and solid, but maybe there's some, like you maybe want to move away with your partner to another land, into another home, into another thing. Like there's that feeling of stuckness in this 3 of Wands as a challenge. Are you living a life of routine? Are you just living it because it looks good, it feels good, everything feels great, but there's this part of you that's like, I think I need to go somewhere else. My soul is calling me to go elsewhere. And that is what I'm getting out of here, which is so interesting. Like, as beautiful as these energies are, they feel a bit routine to me because of the cards I see around them. And it feels very Virgo in that sense, where you like that. You like that everything is falling into place for you. Like, my bank account is full. I can pay my bills. I have a home. I have a good family around me. I have good friends and good relationships. Everything feels solid. But the 3 of Wands as your challenge is you feel that there's something else. And you know, it's like funny because that old adage of people always saying, well, you're never happy with what you have and you always want something more. And it's deeper than that. If you feel at a soul level that there is something else and you're just settling for this, then it's time to make the move. because the Magician is here, is like, you have the capacity and the ability to make this move, Virgo. You're the one holding yourself back, nobody else around you. And it's so interesting because your outcome is actually, like, this is Three of Wands and Chariot, the same idea. It's like you actually making the move. And I'm almost seeing like, it feels really good what you have, but you need to make a change. It's almost, and I'm not saying that you need to step away from a relationship, perhaps make the change with this person, or make a change within your job. It doesn't have to be like quit your job and leave it, but start really asking your soul what it is I want to do. What does Virgo want to do? Like, and now, am I really doing it, or I'm just like just living life like this? Am I supposed to be in France at the gallery? Am I supposed to be, am I supposed to be doing things like that? Am I supposed to be, like, what am I feeling? Am I supposed to open a shop? Am I supposed to be traveling? Am I supposed, like, not, am I, like, how can I ask this question, like, without it being, it's just like asking your soul. I feel like I really truly feel like everybody here watching the Virgo needs to be somewhere else other than where they are right now. You don't want to hear that. And it's the Magician and the Chariot is clear to me. That clear as day that's what it is. And this is you creating your reality, you manifesting whatever you want. And I told you in March, it's like manifestation central. If you want something, it will happen. The Chariot is actually you actually putting out the energies and then taking the reins and going for it. It's enough sitting in the comfort of whatever this is. And I know this is simplicity, but this is as simple as it gets. The fact of the matter is, we're not supposed to be living. The fact of the matter is, we're not supposed to be living this life. The lives that we're like living are not even what we're supposed to be doing, right? Really, or like if we really tapped into what we're supposed to be doing, it would be completely different than what you're doing right now. If your life is about living in a house and traveling once and twice a year, and your kids going to school and this and that, and that's more than that. And when you're like, well, that's the way it is supposed to be now, right now, Sabrina. I'm like, fine, if that's the way you want it, but there's so much more waiting for you out there. And you like holding on to that cookie cutter box, live life, is you limiting yourself. I love that this angel feather is here, because it's those signs that we keep getting. The 1111, the 33, whatever, the 555, the 717, all these numbers that we keep getting. We're like, oh yeah, because they're there around us. No, it's like, yo, are you where you're supposed to be? Tap into those numbers. Tap into the angel feathers falling in front of you. Because here I feel like some of you are checking out. You're just like, okay, this is the way it was supposed to be. No. If your life is routine, then it's not, you're just following the program. Because there's nothing routine about our lives. Why? Because we are living in a new now moment, always creating something new. And if you keep living the same life that you but I've always envisioned like this, all my life. Well, all your life you were programmed, so of course you were going to envision that life. But now you're stepped into awareness because you're watching me. And I'm not that tarot reader that's going to keep you in that old story. There's no way I'm keeping you there. I'm going to open your mind to the next and the new. So here the Magician is showing up and saying, it's time for new, Virgo. Let's get there. change is coming. Number 7, man. Number 1 is new beginning. Number 7 is 2023 is now. Having faith in your next step. 10 plus is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 7 is 23. Is 5. Is freaking change. So your advice is the eternal child. The eternal child to you is what? Is the innocence, the naivety, the purity of children. What is that? What is that? Imagination. Imagination. And how do we live in this new now moment? By imagining and manifesting and creating it. Not by living within your means, not by living within the structures. Not that. That's not the new now, because the future has been lived and the past has been lived. Now we need to change the now and do the things that are coming up in your imagination, in your heart, as you're in your soul path. Listen to the soul, people. Listen to soul. I'm going to say this every freaking week until you get it into your head. Trust the freaking messages coming from that. We do not listen enough. And we get stuck in this. And we're like, oh, it's the man of my dreams. It's the woman of my dreams. I have the house and the car. And I travel twice a year. And are you for real right now, people? That's not what we're living. That's not what we're supposed to be living, first of all. We are all here in service to Gaia, first of all. I know you don't want to hear this, but that's what we're here for. And we're supposed to be creating something new for Gaia as well. Because she's like, what the hell are you doing, people? You're living in the same freaking... You're repeating over and over and over the same life over again. Change it up for me, please. Bring me some new energies. This is... You're reading. I know. I keep telling everybody I'm not going to be. I don't feel the calling to tell you things that, oh look, everything is really good and you're gonna like. Bzz. This is the new reality. Like the reality is an illusion. So this is a new now. Let's step into this, man. You have the eternal child coming in. It's time for you to tap into that. We have it all. We have it all in front of us. The miracles, the simplicity of life is all around us, and we make it difficult. You need to make a change in your life. And I know you know what it is, and you need to listen to that calling. So these are going to be your 3 answers. I don't know if I told you to pick 3 questions at the beginning. Pick 3 questions, and I'm going to give you 3 answers. So if you have to think about them, pause this video. I'm going for them right now. Virgo, you've rolled snake eyes. It's time to settle your debts. That's question number 1. That's a good one. Virgo, Pluto urges you to embrace the consequences. Number 2, the consequences when you make that move. That's okay. Whatever it is. Virgo, this one or this one? Oh, the psychic has spoken. Not this year. I don't know what this means for you. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just know I have like Virgos in my head who are watching this. I'm like, okay. So, if this did not resonate with you, you check your rising and your moon, please. And do like, comment, share. Super thanks. And subscribe. And if you leave your comment, I'm going to add you to what's coming for you for spring. I'm also going to be doing a spring reading, I believe. But anyways, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got freedom. I don't know if anyone knows George Michael, but this is Freedom, the song. Freedom to me is interesting because there's all these birds flying, and there's like an archway and this one prominent bird. And it's like a lot of you are holding on to yesterday, perhaps, and how you used to live your life, and when you lived, the freedom you felt when you did live your life yesterday, or 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and now I feel like some of you feel a little bit stuck in this now. And this bird is like, you can free yourself from this. You just have to let go of all the constructs around you. Let go of what you read in your books. Let go of what people tell you around you. Let go of all that, the nonsense. It's time to set yourself free. Libra. So this is your message here. This is your advice. The past energy is the moon. The moon is a Pisces energy. So the Pisces is dreamy, but the moon is very emotional. So a lot of you have been dealing with some emotional things in your life, perhaps. This also speaks of hidden, like secrets, mystery, like things that you've been hiding from yourself, maybe things that you're, like a little bit of a deception here, people lying to you, you lying to people about yourself, perhaps, you lying to them how you really feel. I don't know if you listen to my intro, but I talk about the difference between nice and kindness. Nice is the mind and kindness is the heart. It's like you're appeasing other people in your life, like the people pleasing, which is all those birds in the back kind of thing. And you're not being completely truthful to your soul. But I'm going to see what else is happening here. Yeah, the Six of Swords speaks of you needing to leave a certain situation here. A heavy situation. It could be like the moon, a female, like a divine feminine energy in your life that's weighing you down. Someone who's has been secretive with you. Someone who is not really telling you the full truth. Or someone that's like manipulating you. I don't know why. I almost feel like it's someone in a spiritual field. Maybe you've gone to see a healer, and she's I don't know. Not everybody, but I feel like maybe some people have some. It's like an interesting energy here. Not a nice feeling actually. And you're having to step away from something that is like holding you down. Someone who is, I almost feel like they're, what is a word that, gaslighting you with this moon card. You know, it's a Pisces, it's a dreamy, intuitive, it's like mystic, whatever, but there's also that part of it that is like delusional a bit. And that's why I feel like you could have visited a healer that is veering you off a path that is not conducive to healing. Really, it's like getting you warbled. I don't know if it could be one of you out there, but the Six of Swords is saying like it's time to leave this behind you, because your challenge is the Seven of Cups, and that's like all these different ideas. You have a lot of different, I don't know why this came to me, but it's like the lies you tell yourself. This moon showing up, like you stay in this relationship because, you stay in this job because, you stay in this thing because, but what is the because? Like you're hiding from yourself, and it's time to leave. And it's like you have so much opportunity in front of you. There's so many different paths that you can take, and you can't see them clearly because you're all a little bit living with the rose-colored glasses. It's hard to hear this one, but this is what I'm seeing. Like you're confused. There's like so many paths opening up, like should I, like, should I do this? Should I do that? And that's Seven of Cups energy showing up here. Like a little bit of a daydreaming energy. And it's like, enough daydreaming, just do. Like, enough like flying around, like go for it, like make that decision, leave, step into something new. Like, it's like, let's do this, Libra. Stop thinking about things, like wondering, because the immediate is the Four of Cups, this energy of not trusting the path. You know, like you see there's a big cup being given to by God or source or the universe to him who's sitting there like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, like anxious a bit. He's like, I'm giving you a gift. I'm giving you this precious energy. I'm giving you this this message. What's wrong, Libra? Why aren't you taking it? You're like not trusting the path. That's what I feel here. You're not trusting yourself. And yet everything is coming to you. Like the messages are here. The opportunities are presenting themselves to you. And it's time to take that decision. It's time to leave. It's time to start something new. It's time to do. Free yourself from this constraint. This like these heavy emotions. Because the King of Swords is your outcome. The King of Swords is like amazing, right? It's like, let's get clear, Libra. This is like Aquarius, which is your fellow. Are you here at all? Six of Swords is Gemini. Aquarius. It's Aquarius as well. This is like your, like, look, let's get real. Let's get clear. Let's get honest. What is it you want to do? Let's go. Like, what are you waiting around? There's no more time. Let's get like some contracts written up. Let's open this place. Let's start something new. Let's place these, like, let's play chess. You want to play chess right now? Like, let's let's make these moves. Get honest with yourself. That's what I feel here. Some of you are like a little like diddle-daddling here because you have the great ideas, and yet you don't know how to put them on paper. You don't know where to start, and then you're like, I don't know what to do, and you're overwhelming yourself. And it could be with relationships too. There could be like, I feel like there's probably someone in your life, and if you're in a new relationship, and it's like they're being very evasive about what is they want. Like, it's like very like loosey-goosey. And it's like, get the frick out of there. You don't need all this like different, like it feels like you need to be more concrete about what it is that you're looking for in a relationship, what you're looking for in a job, a project, whatever in your life. It's get clear. Aquarius, King of Swords. No bullshit. I love it. Your advice is the Mirror. Wow, dude. Mirror. I could spend an hour on this Mirror card. Oh my God, the Mirror is such a... I love the Mirror though. The Mirror is the reflection. So the Seven of Cups is your challenge. So this is like the money. Like, oh, I don't have enough money. That's your Mirror. The Mirror is like, so your lack of believing that your poverty syndrome, right? Your poverty mindset. Oh my God, it took me a while. The poverty mindset of yours. What does that mean to you? Is like, look in the mirror. Where does that come from? That comes from, oh, and my father used to like count the pennies, or my mother used to use coupons when they, like, go back to that poverty mindset of yours. Where does it originate from? When you look in the mirror, oh, this person did this to me, I did this, and like, look at it and say, okay, this is not my story. I forgive it. I release it. This is what holds us all back, is these old stories or these reflections that you don't want to accept as yours. Well, he's a narcissist, and if you're saying he's something or she's something, then you are it. And the Mirror is showing up here to say, to show you. Enough of blaming and shame and blaming other people. And you need to take the responsibility of what it is. That you're not able to move forward is because there's something blocking you, and now it's to look at that mirror and like through the mirror and say, what is it exactly? The fear, where does this fear stem from? When I was 7 years old, I had fear of this. When I was 13 years old, I had fear of that. When I was 17 years old, you know, like, it's work time, Libra. Jesus, we're always working. Yeah, I know. The work is time. The mirror work is like so cathartic. It's I feel like the mirror work is one of the most important steps that we can take in this journey. You're actually seeing yourself raw in the mirror, and you're having to be triggered, and you're having to face the fact that you're a bully, that you're a narcissist, that you're an egomaniac, that everything that you hate in a person is you. And when you are able to face that, what you hate, what you are comfortable with, is when you can say, okay, this is just an experience, man. I just brought this in to show, he is in my life to show me what I don't like about myself. And I'm going to forgive these both, and I'm going to say goodbye to them. And that's not who I am, because I don't attach to any of these labels or identities. So this is I am using Oracle book for some quick answers to questions. So if you can think of 3 questions, I'm going to pause the video if you don't have them, because I'm going for it right now. Question number 1 for Libra is, you've selected the 3 of Hearts. It will change your image. Libra. Your card is the 6 of Diamonds. Have a good cry first. That's because before you get to the mirror. And Libra, the stars urge you not to delay. Those are your answers to your questions. And like I've said to a lot of people, I feel like this week I'm being very raw. I think I'm always raw, but anyways, maybe I just feel it more. I don't want to give you like loosey-goosey readings. I want to give you like the real ones. And I feel like you're here and you know already what to expect. So it's time to fly. It's time to look at the freaking mirror. It's time to move away from this is like the moon card is like, move away from the rainbow and unicorns that you're following. Even like, I just feel like you need to get real, and that's why this is like the delusion, and this is what you're needing to face. Really, is the mirror. Get freaking real with the King of Swords. All right, this is your message of the week. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. Also, if this doesn't resonate, check your rising and your moon. And if you leave a comment this week, I'm going to enter you in the spring giveaway next week that I will be pulling. I love you, Libra, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got inner peace. So these beautiful fishies, I don't know, are they koi fish? Whatever they are, they're beautiful. Inner peace is that knowing, that feeling of tranquility, peace of mind, the stillness, and the knowing that, believing in the divine timing, which has been coming up these readings, is believing that everything happens for a reason, a season, a lifetime kind of thing. But it's like trusting the flow of life. But to get there is like, it's taken us through so many trials and tribulations, and we're still all there. But the reminder that inner peace comes when you are fully in trust mode. And so maybe some of you are there, and kudos to you that this is coming up, and maybe some of you are striving to be here. Still beautiful. And a little thing about, these are koi, Don't yell at me if they're not, but these are koi. The koi fish, I love the story. It's like there's a mythical legend in Japan, I believe. The koi fish, like they swim upstream, and when they get to the top, they become dragons. So it's like the dragon within you are coming out. I love it. Why am I holding on to this? Sagittarius. Okay. Advice. We have the Eight of Swords. Just what I would expect from you. The Eight of Swords. So I almost feel like we got this last week. But anyways, the Eight of Swords, she's sitting here nestled between 8 swords. The swords could be all your mental grief, anxiety, stress, disappointment, guilt, manipulation, all of it. Right? All of it right here. This like feeling they can't go anywhere, this like fogginess. So some of you are here striving for inner peace. Maybe some of you are feeling the peace, and this comes up once in a while, which is the whole process, right? Your present is the Five of Swords. So much mental energy here. The Five of Swords is again all this energy here, but she's holding it up in the air, and it's wrapped. It's like she's been victorious, like the star, but yet there's still other and it's interesting. It's almost like that is what is here. It's like some of you have achieved inner peace. Like you think you achieve inner peace, and then all of a sudden these old hurts, these old disappointments, these old stories show up, and you're like, what the F? Like, I'm back here again. That's what I'm feeling here. And it's okay. Because if you are completely healed, then you wouldn't be here on earth, right? If you think about it, you would be here, but you would be in a different realm, and you wouldn't be listening to me, definitely. We are not there. We are working through these blockages and obstacles. Some of you are dealing with some, I could say that you're, I most definitely could say you're working, it's with someone else, but it could also be you, because the King of Cups is here and it's Scorpio. But it could be a father figure or a mother figure. It could be a male or female. It could be a parent, a partner, someone older than you that's causing this, or it could be you, right? Because Scorpio is that deep that you would be bothered by yourself, right? You would allow yourself to bring you down. But there's the King of Cups, could be someone who is, the King of Cups is someone who's very loving, very romantic, very idealist, but in reverse could be very manipulative, could be very deceiving, not to be toyed with. So here, some of you are perhaps dealing with someone in your family or your partnership that's almost like toying with you. I feel almost manipulating you. Interesting. On a spiritual level, on a romantic, loving level. And every time you feel like you've won, like 4 other anxieties show up. There's this feeling of advancement and then regression. And I truly do, even these cards are like a little bit crazy. I feel like you are like working your way through them. And there's always like a trigger that comes and stops it and brings you back down to not inner peace. And the trigger is very much someone who is like a parent, a colleague, I don't feel like it's a colleague, it's a parent, someone older than you, a boss, I say, but a friend, like a really good friend of yours. someone who has helped you on this path, perhaps on this journey, someone who has helped you find a love within you. You know, it could be a sister or brother. And it feels a bit like, I brought this up with someone else, but it feels a little bit like gaslighting, or manipulative is what I'm feeling. Like I already said that first, but it's like coming strong in my mind. So interesting. There's definitely something you're like trying to work through, and then this person, and it's a person, it's definitely a person that shoots it back down again. You know, like the King of Cups, it looks like for me Jupiter behind there. Very expansive energy. Although Scorpio should be Pluto, the destroyer energy, but it could be Pluto too. I don't know. It's just this feeling of someone almost like holding something over your head, and you're you keep walking through it, and you keep saying, I'm going to forgive this person, I'm going to just let them go, I'm going to go into my inner peace, and I'm just going to live there. And they come back and they bring you back to zero again. So this is like a good, I'm kind of happy that they're doing this, because it's time to stop falling backwards again. Right? It's time to like catch it as soon as they come in and they play their little game with you. You catch them right away and say, no. You know, I've already forgiven you, and I've forgiven myself for falling in that hole again. And it's time to let you go. Like, you want to play that game, go for it. But you're not affecting me at all. I am soon to become a dragon. Right? Like, I don't get affected by you anymore. Like, the immediate future is the Knight of Pentacles coming up. The Knight of Pentacles is usually like money coming in slowly and steadily, whatever. But the Knight of Pentacles is a very poised knight. He does things with caution. He does things with slowly and steadily. So there's like King of Cups who will come in very emotional and very like victim and very like, oh, you've done this to me, and bleh, energy coming towards you. Did I say Pisces? Scorpio. Alright, so it's very like, but it's like I didn't say that, it's cups energy, emotional. And this pentacle energy, which is earth, which is a Virgo energy, it's almost like you need to tap into that and say, you know, no. Like exactly what I said. It's like, no. I'm going to stand back and I'm going to let you do whatever the hell you need to do. But I'm going to live my life slowly, like these fish, until I get to my dragonhood. Taking a step back is what my advice to you, because this is a tendency that you will find yourself always in, Scorpio. You will always find yourself in this. So many thoughts ruling around. You always want to change. You always want something new. You always want to, like, and then you get to a certain place and you're like, okay, like, you know, and there's just a feeling of allowing someone else outside of you to manipulate you. And it's enough. No, finished. Finito. Take a step back. Do the work that you need to do. Because your outcome is the Fool card. Isn't this the cutest Fool card in the world? The Fool card is like, it's time to make the leap. It's time to jump. It's time to get out of this little karmic circle that keeps showing up, this cycle. It's over. Karma's finished. There's no more karma. So if you keep finding yourself in that, it's because you're putting yourself in there. It's done. It's time to change. Time to move. Be the dragon self. Dragons don't like mope around. They don't like live in their victimhood. They don't live in that. They don't live in that. They fly. They soar above the clouds. This is this really beautiful energy, and it's green. It's like it's time to get grounded, but at the same time, it's time to fly. And stop allowing this person to come between you and this. Stop allowing yourself to come in between you and this, because there's something new awaiting you, and it's only up to you to create this new, right? There's like manipulations within relationships too. I feel like it's very strong, that love and other, and it's just like yucky to me, and it's enough, and I'm tired. I'm tired for you for holding on to this. It's like things will start to move slowly once you come into awareness, but don't worry, because there's like something fresh and like a rebirth is waiting for you. Your advice is the cave. So the cave is not to go into the cave, Scorpio. No, that's not what the cave is. The cave is where your inner, that is the cave, the wisdom within the cave. The cave is the hermit, which is a Virgo energy, showing up again. It's like, what do we see in the cave? We see the light in the dark. You are that light in this darkness that you might feel every week or so, right? And it's, oh, there's eyes in the cave. Nice. There's eyes in the cave. Right? Because they see in the darkness. It's time to trust the dark that's within you. This notion that the dark is like negative. No, man. No. Like positive, negative exists in this dualistic world because we live in polarity. But the negative and the positive is the same. There's positive that is negative, right? Because it's delusional. Love and light, everything is great. No, I am amazing. No, that's the delusional positivity. The negative is your freaking strength inside you. It's that darkness that has kept you going this whole time. Embrace the darkness. Don't live in the darkness, but embrace it and say, okay, I see you. I see that I was a narcissist and I'm a victim, but I am saying I'm forgiving it and I'm releasing it. And I'm letting go, and I'm not attaching to myself to those identities and those labels and that. I'm not attaching to it. I'm living freely within the cave. Because within, without, it's the same shit. Like we're not, like we live in such a interesting world. That's all I gotta say. You're the freaking light and you're the dark. You're the light and you're the dark. Warriors of love and light, but also of dark. Like we all are that. And once we understand that, then we can start to see through the dark and see through the light. And here you're being asked to do that with your life when it comes to that certain person that comes in and triggers you every second or whenever. And at that moment you're saying, okay, what do I have to see? Why am I triggered by this person every single time? What am I not seeing that what is the message coming through here? What haven't I forgiven myself for in the past? Hence why I'm still getting triggered. Because if I didn't go back and see that I was a victim at the age of 17, then it'll always repeat in my mind when that person triggers that part of me. Oh, she's a victim. Then I go, oh fuck, I was a victim too. Boom. Right. All right, guys. I'm giving 3 answers to 3 questions, I guess. That's what they are. Think of 3 questions. I'm going to open the book and give you an answer. Pause if you haven't thought of them, because I'm heading right now. Scorpio. Capricorn, the sign of the goat, advises you to challenge your limits. Challenge your limits. I like it. How far can you go into the cave? Scorpio. According to the crystal ball, it will bring you good luck. Love it. Question number 3. The psychic answer is plain and simple. A big fat no. Right. These are your answers, my beautiful Scorpio. This is some work that has been like you've been working on this for a long time. I could see the King of Cups and all these. This is something you've been working on like endlessly. It keeps coming up, coming up. Instead of getting upset when it comes up, acknowledge it and say, okay, it's coming up for a reason, right? I gotta let it go. Living in poor me syndrome doesn't work anymore. It won't work in a new energy, and it's something we gotta face. It really is. Like, do you want to live in poor me? Like most of us, like, no, of course not. You know. But then you find yourself back there again, and it's like, okay, it's coming to awareness that you're not really here for your journey. You're here for the whole. That's something a lot of people don't really want to hear. But anyways, for now, let's get you to dragonhood. Let's get you to loving your darkness, seeing through everything, and moving past it. Living in the now as the light that you are in the dark, or the dark that you are in the light. I love you. I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate. Also like, comment, super thanks, share, and subscribe. And leave me a comment and I'll add you in for the What's Coming for Spring Tarot Reading giveaway. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got forgiveness. Forgiveness. It's everything I talk about in all my videos. It's like us not holding on to the past. It's us not holding on to old stories and old energies, old relationships. It's forgiving ourselves for things not working out, whether it was our job, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a friends, a family, whatever it is. Like, a lot of us hold on to things because that's the way it is, because that's what I felt it was supposed to be like. This is what my vision of my I always thought I was meant to be this in this job, and you've been derailed, right? You've gotten the message to step off that path, and you've stepped off that path, and now you're like, oh my God, was I right? Was I wrong? What I do? Listen to your inner knowing. Forgive yourself for all the hurts, all that blame and shame that you've put on yourself for doing what you've done. Everything is meant to be done, right? Like, forgiveness just heals the heart, and it just opens you up to the next path. Plain and simple. So let's see. This is advice. Your past is the Ace of Cups. So in the past, this is a relationship or a friendship or familyship or something like so. This is a past energy. So this is something that either you've left a relationship or you've started a new relationship, whichever one. There's just a feeling of either an ending or a beginning. The Ace is a beginning, but since it's a past, there's that. I can give you these two scenarios. So let me just look at everything so I don't... The Eight of Cups, interesting. The challenge is the Five of Swords. The death is immediate, and the outcome is beautiful. We have a beautiful reading here. A little bit of... See, at the Ace of Cups, we had you either ending a relationship, walking away from a friendship, walking away from a job, walking away from something that wasn't aligning with you anymore. But for you, it felt like it was the end all and be all. For you, it felt like it was what it was supposed to be. Like I thought that this was how it was supposed to be. But the universe has a different plan for you, right? And maybe it was there for you to see that it wasn't right for you. Like, we have to live the experiences too. It's not just someone coming to you and saying, okay, this is what it is. And you're like, okay, you know, it's like you living the experiences. But we never knew how to trust our soul and our higher self And now we do, and it changes everything. It's a game changer. But before, we had to live the experiences. So maybe at the time it was supposed to be, it was meant to be in your mind. But now you're like, okay, because the current is, I left this behind. The Eight of Cups is leaving behind that which you imagined to be right for you. That which you colored in your mind as the right thing to do, whether it was a relationship, whether, like I said, whether it's like a job, a passion of yours, whether it was whatever it is, like something, a project that you worked on, that you really felt it in your heart at the time that this was your path. And now it's like, no, next. And it's that simple in the cosmos and the universe. It's that simple. But it's so funny because the challenge is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is that energy of being very successful, having this great relationship, having everything work out for you, but not being fulfilled. But feeling like you're lying to yourself. So here you are. Wow, this is really interesting. Here you are, having had this amazing time, this project, this relationship, whatever it is, and it felt really good at the time, but now you're being called to move forward, and your mind and your ego is having a field day with this one, because it's like, no, you need to go back. You need to go back. And it's like, no. The Five of Swords will keep you going back. Because, well, I was once successful. I was once very happy. I was once like this. But even though it was a challenge, it was super challenging the whole time. And it will continue to be super challenging if I return to that. And the Eight of Cups is like, it's time. I don't know why this Eight of Cups is weird. This is like, it doesn't show exactly what the Eight of Cups is. But anyways, it's time to like move on to the next bowl of rice, right? It's time to move on to the next. What's waiting for you in the next journey, on the next path. Forgive yourself for being here. For like, it's not even like forgiveness of like, it's like, it was part of your path. It was part of where you needed to be. It was part of you. It was showing you something that it was like congratulating you. It's like saying, good for you. You did this. Good for you. Amazing. You were successful. You were amazing. It like brought so much fulfillment in your life. But by going back to it, it will not. It will bring up the same issues, same problems, same mental worries, same mental anxiety. Because your immediate card, the future card, is a death card. And it's time to put it to rest. It's time to, all that amazing that happened before, which it did. It really felt like it really did. Even if, like, let me like put this away here. Because I brought up the fact that this could be a new relationship that's coming in, or a new passion that's coming in for you. And it's still telling me here to walk away from that. Because you will be challenged. Because why? You have to start asking yourself, why are you doing this? Is this because someone told you to do this? Or do you really feel it in your heart? So really pay attention, Sagittarius. I really need you to be connecting to your heart. Connecting to your soul here. And really ask the call and listen. Listen, because we do so. Oh, no. You know, we do that. No. What? Yeah. New. There's something new. Death is right. The death is showing me like it's almost like you have to make a 360. Like change it up. Death is death to ego. Death to your mind. Death to the mind wants to keep you in the same old. And death is like, no man, let's get out of here. Death is Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is that planet of destruction, right? Of the old. It's like move into the new. change a scenario, change, go, move, travel, like change the box. Something's got to give here, Sagittarius. I really feel it in my heart that you are on the brink of massive change in your life, and some of you are returning back to an old feeling. Some of you are returning back to an old comfort, because I feel really good there. I've been in this job for so many years, like, you know, that feeling. And it's like, no, man. Especially you, Saggy, because you know yourself. You're going to be like bored after 5 minutes. You're going to go and you're going to be like, eh. The death is like, bye-bye. We're done. We're ready for the new. Nice. And the new is going to bring the 9 of Cups, which is the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups are the happiest cards in the deck. Fulfillment, reward, freedom. Look at the butterflies. New. Birthing anew. Leaving the cocoon of comfort here, of always going back to the same thing, and moving into something completely new. And this is a freaking beautiful reading. Like, you can't get anything more than this, because here it feels like you're there's a feeling of you feeling like, you know, I don't even know if you feel the stuckness yet, but there is this part of you holding on to something, like an old feeling. Like, I felt like that in my relationship the first year in, and now, like 5 years later, it's not, but I'm gonna hold on to that first year, right? We do that. Or I felt like this when I started playing music, or when I started doing this, or whatever I was doing, or making pizzas, or doing this, making jewelry, or whatever I was doing. And now I'm like, just pay attention is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that your dreams are not good, or what, they're not right. There's just one situation in your life that is showing up here for some of you, and it's like you're holding on to it, and greatness is coming. So your advice is the bridge. Oh my God, that's amazing. The bridge is like, it's time to take the step over the bridge. It's time to say goodbye to that old story, that the labels, the identities that you're holding on to, the attachments of yesteryear. And it's time to move across the bridge. Is what we're all doing as souls, right? Starseeds, we're moving across the rainbow bridge into the next earth, if you think about it, into the next now moment, which is now, anyways. So dream up. Like, I can't even you know, it's like, what's really beautiful, I just got this feeling here. It's like, what is this? Is this like going here? But you can also go back, and you just can go back. But be creative about it, right? Like, it's not about going back to an old. It's about jumping into a new. Jumping back into a new. Going forward into a new. Jumping back into a new. Like, make sure we're not going back to an old. Like, why do we have to always move forward into a new? Why can't we go back into a new? Right? Because we live in the past, present, and future. So it's like opening your mind to these things. Being quantum about things. This is a freaking beautiful reading. The bridge is color, it's rainbow, it's tapping into all the energy chakras, aligning with yourself, like really, truly exploding. Like, stepping away from this feeling of stuckness, triggers, of relying on a lot of people rely on this, which is weird, I know, but it's like you're like relying on this old feeling of victimhood, or anger, or sadness. It's like, it's done, Saji. Like, such greatness coming your way. I mean, look at the colors, even if it's all pinks and purples and this, it's just like lot of change coming up with the Death card. So pay attention to that. So everybody's getting answers to 3 questions. So think about 3 questions. Pause the video if you must, because I'm going in right away. Sagittarius, question number 1 is a hazy shape in the crystal ball indicates you're too unsure of yourself to proceed. Take some time. Question number 2. The dice indicate your gain will be significant. Interesting. There's a little progression here. Sagittarius. The psychic says sooner than you know. Lovely. I love it. Nobody's gotten the same card except for one person, one sign. All right. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for the messages. Also like, comment, share, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. Leave a comment below and I'll enter you in the what's coming ahead for spring for you. Next week I'll be doing the giveaway. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got adventures. So this card is like this parrot, tropical bird in a tropical land with a waterfall, birds flying, freedom. It's a very beautiful feeling here. Adventures. What do you when you see this, you think travel, right? For me, I feel adventures is something else for you, Capricorn. Your ruling planet is Saturn, and as I've spoke about many times, Saturn is very structured, very organized, responsible. You know, it almost sounds boring, but it's not, right? It has given us the structure in this society. But here, adventures feels to me like some of you need to adventure outside of ... Adventure outside of your jobs that you are in now and move into something completely new. Adventure outside of your families, your stuckness is what I'm trying to come here. Like, I'm not saying that everybody has to leave their family, right? I'm saying, like, some of you are just doing things because I've been with this person, because of this, because I feel loyal, because I feel like this. But it's like routine. Routine is not of the future or of the new. That doesn't belong there. And in that right now you feel like that's normal, but as the years move forward, we're going to realize that we cannot do routine anymore. It does not work in the new. I feel like of all signs, Capricorn, you're the most fixed on your life, on your journey instead, and you're not looking around you to live it more expansively and to try new things. And as much as you love, you travel. I travel 3 to 4 times a year. I travel twice. But you I still feel like it's a bit controlled. An adventure is coming and saying, let go of the control. Let life guide you like some other signs around you. Like the Aquarius, like the Pisces around you. And the Sagittarius right before you. Like stop controlling the life. And that is what I'm getting from this card. So let's see how it plays out. Your past is the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins. The King of Coins is this energy, is a Taurus energy, but it's also an energy of earth, grounded, stubborn energy, right? It's this father figure, boss, partner. It could be someone in your life that is stuck in their ways, but very successful, very loyal, faithful, very helpful, but also like you, earth sign, stuck in the way of doing things. And this could be you showing up here. It could be someone else in your life that's patriarchal. kind of energy, very controlled kind of energy. Your present is the High Priestess, which is a Virgo energy, interestingly enough. Wow, this is an interesting. Your challenge is the King of Pentacles. Okay, wow, man. So here we are with this King of Pentacles in your past and your challenge. Right? And in the middle is this High Priestess who is very sure of herself, very confident in her knowing, where these work from their mind, right? Work from a little bit of their egos. The Taurus works in their ego a little bit. She works from a place of, I know what I need to do. And I know that I need to take this adventure. I know I need to adventure outside of this. And the King of Pentacles is like, no, man. No. This has been working for you for the longest time. Why are you going to adventure outside of this? This is how you've been making money for 20 years now. This is how you've been living your life with your family for 20 years now. This is how you've been traveling. This is, let's just stay in what's comfortable. Let's stay like this. And the High Priest is like, but Capricorn, that you need to move. You know that you need to change the job. You have to start a new project. You know that you have to start a business. You know that you need to do these things. Yet you're afraid, the fear, you're allowing the fear. These people around you too, because it's people. The kings are people in your life that are controlling kind of you, and you're like, like Capricorn doesn't really like to be controlled, right? You control, right? So it's just this like very uncomfortable feeling to me. I feel very uncomfortable with this around me, even though they're like nice and they're beautiful. And I love the King of Pentacles. I'm like Taurus, so I love the King of Pentacles because it's very comforting and caring, and also a lot of ideas of how to do business, are very opportunistic, a lot of that. But as your challenge, I'm feeling that you're challenging, because it's you too, you're challenging your calling. I feel like you've been getting the call to move, to getting a call to make a change, and this earth sign of you, part of you is like, just stay where you are, because it's good, because it's like it's worked for you for so many years. It's like it's where you need to be. But this showing up to me is like it's time for the new adventure. And you're being held back. You're being held back at work, perhaps. Maybe some of you are in positions out in jobs that they offering you a great position, and then after they're reneging on you, kind of thing. It feels like it could be like in love. He or she is showering you with things, and then after, not so much, right? It's that feeling of give and take here. It's not 100%. The fact that they're showing up together, that's why I'm saying this, is because there's a lot of giving to you, a lot of praise, a lot of reward, a lot of like validation, and then after, it's not. It's a lot of like, I'm taking it back. Thank you very much. I'm taking away half of your salary. I'm taking away. It's like that kind of feeling. Like, I'm going to give it, I'm going to show that I care and that I want, and then after, I'm going to screw you. That's that feeling I'm getting, and I don't like it, obviously. It's not a nice feeling. I'm going to give you money, and then I'm going to take it back from you. It's like maybe some of you are going to get a loan, and they're going to say, I'm going to give you $100,000, and at the end, they're going to be like, well, we're only going to give you $25,000, right? So that's that feeling. Some of you are maybe wanting to start a new project and your new business, and it feels really good, and your High Priestess is then coming in and saying, be careful, and the King of Pentacles is like, boom, no, you're not supposed to, you're not going to get this. It's a no. And the High Priestess is like, it's okay. Because the Nine of Wands is here. And that's that like feeling, this is Sagittarius energy. It's like that feeling of all the wands are set in place, and yet there's that little part of you, that little high priestess moment of you again, that's like, am I doing the right thing? Here, I've been like, I've been offered something and it's taken away from me, and yet I'm still there, and I'm like, you're uncomfortable. Capricorn, you are, for me, you really need to focus in on this high priestess. It's so important to you right now. You really need to listen into your higher self, your soul, your heart, however you want to see it, because to me, you're being played with the King of Pentacles in reverse. That you're being played when it comes to finances, when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships. There's something here that doesn't feel like it's stability and then instability, you know? There's like a little bit of a game. And you're being called to listen to yourself. It's that first instinct that you got. What did it say? Follow it. People are like, no, it's okay, no. It all worked out. I got my raise. It's great. And then like 6 months later, you got fired. You know? It's like, it's that. And you're like, what the hell? Well, I forgot. I didn't listen. And now I'm telling you, before anything of this shenanigans happen, it's time to listen. I feel like there's some of you who might have invested money, or you might have bought something very lucrative. I need you to be careful about this, because this in reverse doesn't feel good to me. You need to go through the fine print again, or like check things out again, because I feel like there's some sneaky behavior here. And you're right to be feeling like this. You're right to be like wondering what the hell is going on, because the Page of Coins is the outcome. And the Page of Coins, look, she has holding a book in her hand. She's looked at the fine details. She's looked at the I's and the T's and crossed them all, whatever. It's time to really do things for your best interests. It's time to adventure outside of the norm. Take take your eyes out of the book so much of learning, and start to look with different eyes. I almost like this one. It's interesting. I've never seen it like this, but in the book, it's knowledge. It's just information, right? It's just unimportant information that we don't need to be here. And outside the book, she's like, I know everything. I don't need to look at the book, because she knows what she needs to do. And she's trusting herself or himself, you, or if you're a man or a woman watching this, you're trusting yourself. You're following that instinct before you get screwed, before they play you, before this happens, because I don't feel comfortable about this. And it has to do with money, more so than anything else, the King of Pentacles. Be careful. I'm giving you that. Be careful, Capricorn. This week and in the following weeks, you know, Pentacles are years usually when it's when. So be careful. Your advice is the Destroyer. Oh my God. The Destroyer with this like ominous wolf or whatever monster. The Destroyer is like the planet of Pluto is the Destroyer. It's time to break out of the routine. I feel with this card is like you're being called to do something out of character. Do something out of your normal. Be that Destroyer. Pluto is entering Aquarius on March 23, 2023. It's a 3-2-3-2-3. It's huge. Pluto is moving into Aquarius. It's like a major breakthrough moment for the world. And you're being called in to do this for your life. Because if you don't, then you remain and you might get screwed. I'm being really honest with you. You remain in this box. And the High Priestess is my key card here. And the Page of Coins. Start to look at things differently. Step out of the normal way of you assessing things. Be more, the Destroyer is like, be more open about it. Look into the darkness. Look into those little conniving eyes. Be that light that you are. Shine that light in the dark and see things for what they are. See things different, because you're going to see things differently when you look at things differently, obviously. I need you to be a little more deep in the way things are happening around you, because I know so many Capricorns out there that do not listen to their instinct, and then they find themselves here. So being an adventurer is to adventure outside of that routine. I love this Destroyer, man. It's awesome. Oh my God. It's a 23. Oh my God. This is cool. March 23, 2023 is Pluto entering into Aquarius, which is huge, which I'm going to talk about next week, which is going to be like a long part of my energy reading, because it's like massive transformation coming into the world, but in a quick way, not a slow way, in a very expansive way. And that's what you're being called to do. So, Capricorn, I'm going to give you 3 answers from this Oracle book. Think of 3 questions, and I'm going to put them. So pause, put them. I'm going to flip to them right now. So pause the video if you haven't thought of it, because I'm going in. So question number 1 is, you've selected the 8 of Diamonds. Be more loving and you will be rewarded. Don't be so cold, Capricorn. Question number 2. Your card is a 6 of Diamonds. Have a good cry first. Question number 3. That's like ominous, eh? Question number 3. A roll of number 17, my favorite number, means success depends on perseverance. Love it. I have a feeling, I have a call to give you another one, so I'm going to give you another one. I feel like the beginning of the book too. Okay. 4th question. Wow. Oh my God. This is so funny. Look what this is. You've drawn the King of Pentacles. Consult a knowledgeable authority. I mean, King of Pentacles. Dude. Anyways, this is so funny. All right, Capricorn. This is my message. I need you to listen in, and trust yourself, because a lot of you don't trust that first, and it's what you need to listen to. Something massive is coming, as a massive breakthrough, or something completely like life-changing is coming your way. So enjoy this energy. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for the messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. And if you leave your comments, I'm going to enter you into the next week's spring, what's coming for you in spring giveaway. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got this beautiful action card. I want to read from you from the book, because I loved all the little messages that are coming in from it. A shift is coming. The time is now. Don't hesitate. Face your fear. Do it anyway. When big change is on the horizon, it's time to take action. Of course, there are times to deliberate and carefully consider your next step, but not now. Now is the time to take immediate action. Look forward with a calm, steel gaze, and then forge ahead with clarity, determination, power, and grace. Quicken your spirit by making decisions now. Even if you're not 100% certain of your decision, right now it's better to make any choice than none at all. I love it. I completely agree with that. Like, why do we hold back? Just do it. Because what happens after that? You get rejected. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, right? Like, Just do. This is a feeling. It's like the calm. There's no calm before a storm. This is the storm. The storm is now. So go for it. What would you do if there's a storm? You would act. You would hide. You would shelter yourself. You would dive right in. Go for it. Love it. Something you need to hear right now, Aquarius. So in your past, we have the Emperor. Aries energy. The Emperor to me is authority, control, ego, all of it. The Emperor is also a father figure, someone older than you, could be man, could be female, but someone very authoritative. Let's just see how it all works out here. The Sun. Love it. Challenge is 4 of Swords. Interesting. 5 of Cups. The Queen of Swords. Okay. Wow. Look at this. We have your Emperor, which is all that control, ego, government, or whatever. It could be school, could be something holding you back from, this is not you. Like, you don't work well like this. This is like someone telling you rules and regulations, telling you what to do, how to be, you know, fathers, right? Like people like follow the way I want you to lead your life, or rules, structure. The Sun card shows up in the current. The Sun is like, for me, the Sun is always, this one especially speaks of tropical, like it's time to go here, to move to somewhere warm, to travel, to like things are going to start to look at the difference of the cards, like dark and this is light. Things are going to start to brighten up for you. Things are going to start to make more sense because you've made that action, which could be the Emperor too, is that you've made the action to, you've been determined and like you've persevered, and you're like, okay, I'm making the decision, I'm going for it, and here I am. And everything is sunny and bright. Things are looking up for you. Things are feeling almost lighter because you've made that decision that's been holding you back for the longest time, and you've been like, and now it's time to be the Emperor. That could be that too. I kind of like that actually. But the 4 of Swords is your challenge. The 4 of Swords is you like chilling and being really cool about this action that you just taken, but you're not. So that's why this is really interesting to me, because here you are, Aquarius, very minded, opinionated, very comfortable with your decisions. You are not. So the storm has come. You decide, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm facing my fears and wow, look where I am now. Amazing. I got the promotion. I got the job. I've changed my whole direction. I've changed my path. I'm in love. I have a new relationship. I have a new goal. I have new, like everything is opening up for me. But yet I'm still not 100% sure I made the right decision. I'm still wary a bit. Maybe I did it too fast. Maybe I should have thought about it a little bit more. So funny. So funny. And then this 5 of Cups shows up because you're all like, I don't know if I did this right. The 5 of Cups is like, oh my God, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I should have thought about it. I shouldn't have listened to the tarot reader who told me to just go for it. Just do it. Face the fear. Fear is just an illusion. Like, and the 5 of Cups is like, oh my God, this is you worried, anxious, stressed over nothing. But you're still that. You're not sleeping at night. You have insomnia. You're like worried that you made the wrong decision. I don't know what it is that's going on in your life. Like what it is that you're trying to figure out here. Like it could be a job. It could be like your life in general. It could be you have to like ask this girl out, ask this guy out. You have to like something very that's been ferociously inside you, that you feel like it's like been building up for the longest time. There's also that feeling of authority, which comes up again to me. Like this authority figure, you need to do this, you need to do this. And you're like, I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable with that. And it still plagues you. It still plagues you. It's like almost like, let's say like someone has said no and you did it anyways. And you're like, and you're still after the fact, even though everything is great. But the Queen of Swords comes in, your fellow Libra. Look, I love this card. Fucking amazing. And she's like, yo, man, are you worrying right now? What are you worrying about? Why are you wasting your time trying to figure out why you didn't do this, instead of just living life as you have chosen and selected to do? You faced your fear. You have made that choice to take that job. Now enjoy it. And if you're not liking it, leave it. Why do we hold on to things hoping things are going to get better? Queen of Swords, like, hello? Like, live on your own terms. Live on your terms. Like, how many times do I have to tell you that we are all the family members around you are just there as messengers? Like, I know it's hard to understand that, but we're not here on solo journeys. We're not here on family journeys. We are here as servers to Gaia. And once we disconnect and detach ourselves from our solo journeys, is when we get into this kind of like, okay, well, I'm just going to go. Like, the fact that we attach to our jobs, our family, our security, our bank accounts, our cars, our homes, the travel, friends, I can go on and on and on. We attach to them. We're attached to them, right? Because, oh no, I can't do this because of. I've talked about the because of maybe 4 times in these signs. You're not being true to yourself. You're being true to other people. Like, you don't have to be anything for anybody else. Actually, you don't have to be anything for yourself either, because you're here to serve Gaia. Why? We're here to help her ascend. Really, at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. So in the meantime, why don't we just live the life according to you? Right? In the meantime, while you're helping and you're anchoring your light and you're anchoring helping anchor the magnetic grid system, or you're crystallizing, while you're doing all this, because soon our bodies will become crystal and diamonds, enjoy it. Like, live it. Be fierce in your actions. Yeah, I want to go to Mexico. Boom. I want to go to Malta. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to open my own business. And it doesn't work out. Okay, next. Fearless. Not stupid. Fearless. Okay, it didn't work out. Next. But that's not even being stupid. Like, if you think about it, I'm thinking about it now. It's not even being like, so what? It's listening to your calling. Like, literally getting quiet. And how many times I have to say this is, listen. Do I go here? Yes. Okay, thank you. And that's it. It's over. That's it. Do I do this? No. And so many of us do it to prove it wrong. And then 5 years down the line, I was like, I said no, but you did it anyways. That's the Queen of Swords showing up here. It's time to listen. Not to be in this kind of situation where you're unsure of yourself, uncertain, feeling anxious, because like someone is telling you what to do, follow the rules, do this, like you can't do this because nobody has any control over you except you. Like, if you're allowing other people to control you, you're allowing yourself to control you, because we're all one whole. It's time to break free. For me, the Sun card is like something rewarding is coming in to you. You're like you're gonna land that job that you always wanted. Again, these things are not important, but as we live this life, let's make it things that are like completely passionate and enjoyable for you. You feel the need, like you feel like you've been called to live in a sunny place for 3 months, 6 months, 10 years, then you do it. It's not that easy. It is. You just do it. Action. Live your life. Not like this. This is like the box program life. That's what they want you to be. They want you to be depressed. They want you to be watching Netflix and chill. They want you to be doing everything that we say like this is inversion. They want you there. It's time to live life like a badass that you are. So your advice is the storm, people. The fucking storm. The storm. Oh my God, I love it, man. Like, wow, how amazing is this? The storm has arrived. And now what are you going to do, Aquarius? You're going to ride the storm, man, because you can ride the storm, because we've been riding the storm for millennia now. Why would it stop now? The storm to me is beautiful. The Tower card, the chaos, the conflict, the freaking mirror, the shattering of our lives, like right before us. We need not be afraid of all of this. We need to face it. Like the Queen of Swords was presented with the storm. She wouldn't back away from it. She wouldn't be scared. She wouldn't go look for shelter. She'd go dive right into the storm. She said, I can handle this, no problem. Because I know, hello, should be hello, higher self. Do I go into the storm? Hell yeah, you go into the storm. Will I get struck by lightning? No, you won't. And she trusts and she goes into the storm. I'm not saying everyone has to go into the storm, but I just kind of like the analogy of it. It's just the idea of like, no matter how things seem so daunting to you, go in and ask. Just ask the question. And the answer is there. It's really simple. This is a really freaking amazing reading. But great things are coming your way. The sun in the current position. Sun is amazing. Like, you will be rewarded. You will be like following the passion. You will be like, could be money, could be love, could like abundance coming your way. This is the sun. The sun is giving you powers. It's giving you the strength to move forward through the storm. The storm is upon us. Boom, the storm is upon you, man. I love it. And it's time. Freaking trust yourself. She trusts herself completely, like the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords. She might play a little bit like victim, a little bit. She can play like that. But not in this reading. I don't feel it. I feel like she's strong. She's a warrior. She's moving right through this storm. This is when you see the strength within you, when you go through those tower moments. And instead of like crumbling with the tower, it's time to like face it, because the fear is the illusion. There's no fear. There's no reason to fear anything, and there is no fear. It's all made up in your mind, all of it. And if you just went into things and approach things with like knowing, then you would be, like I said to another sign here, then if you were 100% knowing, you wouldn't be in this realm anymore, right? You would be in the realms with Jesus, Buddha, Kuan Yin, and all the ascended masters. But in the meantime, step as much as you can into that. All right, so I'm giving 3 questions to Oracle Book answers. So come up with 3 questions. Pause the video because I'm going for it right now. Aquarius. The first question is, the crystal ball shows an open road ahead. Nice. I Number 2. Gemini, the sign of the twins, assures you could talk your way into it. All right. So see, you can bribe your way into anything. Number 3. The psychic has spoken, not this year. These are the answers. Take them as you wish. All right, my beautiful Aquarius. I'm happy to have seen this reading. It feels really good to me. It's time to step into that power of yours that we all have. You don't have to step into it. It's already there, but acknowledge it and remember it. And say yes. Say yes, man. Say yes to what's coming. If you have an instinct, a feeling to do something, go for it. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. And do like, comment, share, subscribe, and say and what is it? And super thanks as well if you can. Also, leave your comment below and I'll enter you into the spring giveaway next week. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got the flow. So it's that same thing that I always tell you guys, let it go, let it flow. For me, I feel like with this flow card showing up, maybe a lot of control. You're controlling a lot of your emotions. You're controlling your situations, your relationships. Somehow there's a feeling here of you not releasing. You holding on tight to perhaps an old story. You're holding on tight to like something that you think is supposed to work out for you. And maybe it's not, but you know, that's that feeling I have with this flow card. I want to look further into it, see if I'm on the right track. So the advice, your past is the Two of Swords, right? Interesting, the Two of Swords energy. Interesting. The Two of Swords energy is like you, in between, like on a crossroads, trying to make a decision. What do I do with my relationship? What do I do with my job, with my business, with my, like, I feel like, what do I do with my health? You know, like you're at a crossroads that's uncomfortable. It's like a lot of anxiety here, I feel. A lot of anxiety. And it's interesting because the Queen of Wands has showed up here as your presence. It could be with a woman. It could be a wife, a partner, a colleague. It could be with someone that is in your life. I say woman. It could be a male as well because, you know, we have both inside of us. There's an Aries energy. It's a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It doesn't have to be that, but there is definitely, and it's interesting because the challenge is the Ace of Pentacles, which is money, which is financial status, which is opportunity, business, project, lack thereof. It could be, if I look at this, it could be that you're having problems with your wife or husband, and there's like a divorce settlement here happening, or there's an alimony issue here. There could be like a problem with pays, raises, you know. Could be there's a woman extorting money from you. There could be like a ransom. You know, there's just a feeling of someone in your life, a man or female, of course, someone in your life who's very strong, very creative, very open-minded, very like not to be effed with. Queen of Wands to me. No one, you shouldn't be effing with her. And she might be, or he might be, like stealing your money, taking advantage of your money, leaving you feeling unstable, insecure about your finances, about your job, about your business. maybe there's something you're having to trying to figure out in your life, like where do you want to go with your finances, with with project, with something new coming in. It could be a new relationship as well, the Ace of Pentacles, but it's like it could be a new relationship, and it just doesn't feel like it'll work out here with this. There could be like like too much focus on money. I don't know, there's something very not flowing here at all. It's so interesting because the future cards are, it's like because your outcome card is a Justice, which is divorce, alimony, settlement, contracts, negotiations. But the immediate future is like amazing. It's the Ten of Cups. It's your card, which is fulfillment, family, rewards. Like it's to your benefit. But in the moment, there is a hiccup when it comes to your finances, and it could be a woman. It could be a woman that's like, maybe you're getting married and she wants to do a prenup. And so like, it's just a feeling of like, or someone has stolen money from you. There's just a feeling of, I mean, this could be you too, right? Pisces. You very confident about yourself, very like knowing of where you need to be, but yet you've invested in something poorly, or I don't know. Why do I feel like someone's stolen money from you? Or taking money from you? Be careful, Pisces. And you know it too. Because you're at the past, you're like, I'm not sure about this. It's almost like you knew. Whatever this is, it's like you know, like the Two of Swords is like you were at the crossroads and you were knowing that this was coming and you didn't act on it. And now you're being taken, like you're either being taken, people are stealing money from you, or you're going to court, and it's like it's going to be a little bit of a rough time for you when it comes to money. Some of you might be losing a job or getting demoted. It's like a dip in the finances. But I'm telling you this, but at the end of it, I see it like very positive. I see like it's the best thing that could have happened to you, because you're going to find on the other side of that something very rewarding, something fulfilling, something like financial freedom, happy family. Like you're going to maybe not financial freedom in this card, but it's like mostly like your family life is going to be like maybe there's too much money, like too much focus on money. You've been focusing too much on that you've lost sight of your family. And by this happening to you, this financial little dip or loss, is going to help you focus back on what it is that you need in your life. And this Justice card is going to find balance again in your life, right? Or you're going to win something in court. But I feel like it's balance again. There's like this regaining of what you need in your life, Pisces. Some of you will have to, like, maybe it's tax season. Maybe you have to pay a lot of taxes. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But there's definitely an issue with I feel like a female in your life. But it all comes out to something really good and positive, if you can see what I'm seeing. Oh, interesting. The ring. It's the card. I mean, when you see the ring, you think marriage. Maybe you'll get remarried. Maybe you're getting married. And you have to go through this little thing. Maybe there's that prenup, like I said. I'm going to read this card because LD11. The ring Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. All right. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Connectedness, humility, sacred cycles. Interesting. Okay, well, the ring, I guess, is eternal. It's a connection. So there's a connection waiting for you at the end as well. See, like, that's why it says there's like completely opposite things happening here. I almost feel, Pisces, that you will be have to go through the ringer here a little bit. You will fall, let's say. You will have a little bit of an interruption with your finances, a little delays, or even realizations that you're uncomfortable, that someone is taking money from you, someone's sneaking money from you. Could be your wife, could be your partner, could be someone like that, or you're maybe taking money from them. But in the end, it's for the best. It's like a lesson that had to be learned, and for the end, it's the best, and you'll end up getting married, perhaps, with this person. Like, you know, this is a justice in the ring card showing up. You getting married, having a happy family, or if you're already married, it's like maybe you'll renew your vows. Maybe there'll be a new sense of connectedness with your partner, or with whoever it is, whoever this Queen of Wands is for you in your life right now. But there is definitely something very, something to look forward to. But I do feel like a bit of like an interruption of flow when it comes to finances, which is super interesting. Libra is justice, by the way. Okay, so here is the Oracle book. It's 3 answers to 3 questions. So think of 3 questions. Pause the video because I'm going right away for question number 1. Pisces. You've drawn the Devil card. Someone is trying to prevent it from being so. That's that first section. Question number 2. Mercury avows your wish will be granted after a reversal. Oh my God, interesting. Pisces, number 3. You've drawn the 10 of Spades. It's not up to you. It's up to the spirit, or it's up to someone else. But whatever those questions meant for you, here, whether it's the first part of the week or the first part of the month or whatever, however this finds you, there is an energy of being careful. But the end result is amazeballs. All right, so this is what I have for you. I hope this resonated with you. And check your rising and your moon for the messages. Also like, comment, share, subscribe, and say thanks with a super thanks if you can, and leave your comment below, and I'll enter you in the spring web giveaway, which I'm pulling next week. Love you.